that is live, although it does have a fancy starting countdown. I suppose I really should have some nice music playing, because at the moment there's a very fancy starting screen, but they can hear me saying all this over it. Yeah, you hum some music, please.
It's always good for me. That's what we always do when we used to do my Star Wars game. Anytime the group went anywhere and we were in an elevator at any point, it was always. So you'd have like these big murder scenes and like, okay, we need to escape, and like we're down in the elevator just got this very Pulp Fiction-esque cutaway.
Alex and Lindsay, both here.
Greetings. You mean Halvor and Cora? Should give our real names, they'll get doxed. Very sane.
Oh yeah, doxy, educated horses. I really thought Lindsay was about to lean into sing. I thought Lindsay had identified that reference as being a Rob Zombie song and was leaning into the rest of Foxy Foxy. Oh. The girl from what? I didn't even know that was what it was called.
I literally just said it about 2 seconds ago. I think it's called the Girl from Ipanema.
I listen when Lindsay speaks, not when you do.
That's a lie.
Not true.
So, I think Aggie might have to change character in the game. Because he's tying it in with his Tavern brand. He's a tiefling that owns this Asheville Tavern kind of thing. Treasure hunter. And there is a Kickstarter that's gone out by Smith, quite a big person. And it's called Secret Tavern, and it's about this tiefling called Secret. I think that they'll Secret Tavern and stuff like that. Like, it's like quite heavily branded with what they've done. They're like doing Kickstarter, what Aggie's doing, they're doing modular taverns and stuff. It's what Aggie.
Has Aggie ever seen the film Memento? Is he doing this to himself?
I was like, are you going to change Secret? It's like, I mean, I at least have to change the name.
Speaking of Kickstarter games, I had my birthday this weekend, and
Happy birthday, Linz.
thank you. And I got a Kickstarter game that was D&D based, and it's fucking awesome.
What
Which
is it
game
called?
was it?
It is called Here to Slay. It's from the creator of Unstable Unicorns and has a strong D&D vibe, but everything is cutesy animals.
Cool.
It's a very quick little game. Like normally it's a card game, but only takes us about 15-20 minutes with the standard rules.
But apparently, if you've
pretty
got
good.
6 people, then it can be like 45 minutes to an hour, can't it?
Yeah.
Then
Are you
Good,
becoming,
Trevor.
are
in
you becoming a bit
addition
of a
to being
D&D nerd?
Yeah, you're a video game player as well as a D&D player now.
I mean, look at who bought me the D&D thing.
People in the chat are wishing you a happy birthday, Cora.
Thanks, guys.
She has finished The Last of Us.
I have. It was awesome. I love zombies.
Well, funny you should say. I'll keep that in mind for tonight's session.
No!
When we all die and get brought back to life as cold light walkers.
Right.
I more
Who
love
wants-
zombies in the sense of I would definitely survive a zombie apocalypse rather than I want to fight some in a D&D setting.
Do you know what? My mate Adam, right, he's not the most sensible person. And he always used to say, like, you just climb up a tree, won't you? I'm like, and then you have to live in the tree forever, you fucking idiot. What are you talking about?
Do you think the zombie's gonna go, get him next
Yeah.
time?
It's like, you've never watched Walking Dead. Like, you see dead people in trees all the time.
Yeah, I have a much more elaborate plan than just climbing a tree.
Oh dear, have you got the zombie...
Climbing 2
comic book?
trees.
A tree within a tree.
I can't share the plan in too much detail, obviously, because then everyone will be doing it. But I've got many plans.
That's pretty good.
Mine is just to keep my children on leash and use them as bait if I need to, so I can get away. Because I can run faster than my children. So
Exactly. See, that's one of my tactics: is keep around a lot of unfit people that you can run quicker than.
That's why
There
she's
you
always
go.
like, have another cake, Alex.
do Should we have,
I am
should we have a pizza
horrendously
again?
unfit.
Should we have lasagna again, Alex? Tonight?
It's pizza every night. Pizza every night.
Nice.
Also, being a vet, a very good occupation for an apocalypse.
Yeah, you told us a while. I remember poo-pooing you saying that and being like, no, surely a doctor's better. But when you explained it, you had convinced me that I should kidnap you and not my doctor neighbour when the apocalypse comes.
I mean, I live quite far away from you. You might struggle.
Yeah, it's true.
What's that? What's the theory with a better vet than a doctor?
She just
Well-
went through things that vets have to do that that doctors don't. And it was like, okay, yeah, that seems like a more well-rounded toolkit.
Basically, doctors specialise in one teeny tiny area. Vets can do surgery, they can do medicine, and also they can
Ah.
grow animals and know how to cultivate things. So,
Grow animals.
yeah.
Grow animals.
Look, do you know the best way to rear a litter of piglets? Probably not.
Yeah, but it can be banned from
how-
Tamashanta Urban Farm. So what you get if you mix human and gorilla DNA? Barred from Chester Zoo.
R.I.P. Harambe. Bring them GME stocks. Cheers, Harambe.
Well, who wants to remind me what happened last time?
Nothing good.
Dagger dog.
You say that.
Oh yeah, no, it started running away, didn't it?
But the owls are chasing him.
The owls are chasing him. Yeah. So now we're on the hunt for the dagger dog. Do. Yeah, dagger dog. What had we done other than that in the session? Oh, we finished off. No, we brought Esmeralda back around. Rested. Walked. And then the dagger dog. Is that all we did last session?
Well, there was
You did a
also
fair
that
bit
we went
of
to this
talking.
weird place, didn't we? That like we can see all this aurora borealis.
Oh yeah.
Vampire.
Aurora Borealis.
You know what I mean?
Aurora Vampirilis.
Here. In this location.
In this part of the demiplane, at this time of year, localized entirely on the Stalenka Pass.
People come from all over the place to see the Borealis. They come to Barovia to see the Borealis. They're so disappointed when they don't see it. And like, oh, travelled all this way and now I'm trapped for eternity.
And we just stumble across it.
We just stumbled across it. And it made my nose bleed. And my head hurt quite a lot.
It made your everything bleed.
Ah! I've not checked that bit yet. Yeah, I'm numb from the waist down anyway, so... Yeah, so then that happened.
Yeah, Bartandalis gave.
I tried to
into the
contact
abyss.
it, didn't I? Yeah,
did
I
try
tried
to
to contact
contact
it.
And you all heard a voice in response. And felt a voice.
That said...
You're mine now. Exactly how it sounded as well. I think it was actually more of a...
Yeah.
Either that or I see you. I can't remember. One of the two.
I feel like it was I see you. I don't know.
Definitely
Yeah, and
was
then
I
the-
see you.
Yeah, and then the dagger dog appeared, and then we've been doing pretty sneaky kill shenanigans. Got away. Well, it's on the verge of running away now, and now we're potentially hunting it down, I imagine.
Yeah, it was absolutely legging it.
Yeah. But it runs at like an incredible pace.
My owls were only like 10 foot behind it though.
Yeah, but it might be able to move faster than your owls because I'll say that the blizzard's cleared up here quite a bit. We said, didn't we? So
Yeah, that's
So-
why the owls are good.
good owls.
Yeah. So you had your owls commanded to be in hot pursuit. Is that right, Cora?
Indeed, I did.
Excellent. So, that being the case... Oh no. Fuck off, Bartandalis. I couldn't load
Okay.
the scene because moving my mouse down overload scene went over like your little menu of everything, your like the HUD stuff. It was like, ugh, go away.
Sorry, man.
So yeah, that being
Nice map.
the case. Yeah, an okay map.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't love this map.
Don't you? I really. Do you know what? It sounds daft because it's really, really simple, but I can't remember if I actually used the map for you or if I just described it in Theatre of the Mind. But the one you've done that I think with your rhyme stuff, you have a goblin cart on, and it's like just like
Yeah.
a little snowy underpass. Did
Yeah.
I use the map for that or just describe it?
No.
think
Neither.
Yeah, because that's obviously for me where you found all the icicles and the wagon was underneath that snowy little pass.
Oh, was it?
A viewer says, the colours are so beautiful though. It's like, yes, thank you. That's nothing to do with the map. I put those on using Foundry.
However, if you downloaded my Foundry map, then there is
Yes.
actually an Areola Borealis on my version as well.
Areola Borealis.
Areola's nipple, the nipple lights, not the northern lights, the nipple lights. Yes. So you can get my Foundry VTT content that has a whole host of icy Rime of the Frost Maiden inspired locales. Anyway, that's enough of that business. Whose turn is it?
Right, well, the Dagger Dog goes tearing off across the plains, a pack of huge owls behind it, and
Parliament.
a parliament, yes, a parliament of owls, hot on its tail. And after less than a minute, they're all out of sight across the field.
I take it he's
Beyond.
leaving footprints.
Oh, of course.
Then I would suggest we track them.
I've got a weird link in my character sheet for my armor. It doesn't give me the number. It says in scrollable letters at abilities.dex.mod greater than 2 ? Call. So yeah, it's not showing my thing.
Huh.
My AC has also gone funky. Oh well.
Let me just try and...
Yep.
Now it's
I'm now
changed
10.
to 10. It's something to do with the effect then, because I've disabled both of your effects. Do you remember what your AC is normally? You're not likely to drop your shield or your half plate this session, are you?
18.
80? Is that a bullshit?
No.
Is it? That feels well higher than normal. There we go. That shouldn't change. You'll need to manually disable your effects and type it in as well, Halvor, to find out what that is. You know how to do that,
Don't think I can disable them.
though. Really? Okay, let's quickly do yours. Someone else says happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, yours is just 10 now. So that's fine, isn't it? Oh, 10 plus. Oh, yours is the whole... Yeah, for some reason it seems to have stopped...
I've got all kind of weird stuff.
That's fine.
I thought you were putting the stream link in the other channel for Aggie.
I sent it to him via DM and he said thanks.
Oh, right, okay.
Let's have a look. Can you remember what your AC should be, Halvor?
It should be 21.
Oh, that's weird. Did you type it in manually, did you?
After you change things, it changed every time you change something, and it seems to have landed on 21.
That's weird because I've only disabled things. And Lindsay's also weird. Oh yeah, Lindsay's tireless stuff has gone weird. I wonder if it's been some
All
big change to
sorts.
dynamic effects maybe, but I haven't seen. But it's pretty breaking if they have. Toggle effect, that's the only thing for her. Toggle it back on and see.
Nope.
Yeah, very strange. Do you know what Cora's AC is meant to be?
Hello?
5 for Dex, 2 for Studded Leather, 17 probably.
That sounds a familiar number.
And she has no max HP for some reason. Is that because
I'm
Tireless-
invincible, yes.
Tireless has affected her HP? So I'm going to disable.
Same for me. I've set HP via effect for max. More fool me for not manually recording things.
Well, that's fine because it looks like it's remembered it. So this is just getting. So disable.
Whoa. My max is not 63.
Sure.
Mine was like 87 or something.
No, that's Halvor's HP. You
Mine's
definitely
87.
do not
No,
have as
mine,
much as Halvor.
mine, or 81. It was in the 80s. I promise you.
I will do some maths in the meantime. Because we were just taking averages anyway.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll look into what's happened there. So yes, there are footprints and blood. My God, I was about to say. Obviously, wing prints with the owls are following it as well. No, that's not how flight works. But yes, there are enormous paw prints that head off to the south.
I would suggest that we make haste to follow.
Indeed. Haste, most made. And I will guide Cora as and when I can.
So are we
Divinely.
assuming that Cora is going to make a survival check to track?
I assist!
Hold on. I can roll again then because you're resisting.
Mm-hmm. And you get a D4 from my guidance. What did you get on the D4? A 2. Okay, so 16 or a 17.
Now look, so sorry, for a total of 17. Yeah. So these tracks head off out of sight to the south. Occasionally, pools of a dark, very, very dark green, almost black blood, in just sort of gouts seeping into the snow. Where you see these pools of blood have landed, Cora, you can see that the snow seems to have melted more than you would have expected from just some warm blood falling onto it. In parts, there are rapidly exposed bare areas of dark stonework underneath where it seems to have just melted the snow away extremely quickly.
And it's green, this blood.
Dark green.
Interesting.
Was it black ichor we found at the thingy though? At the camp where your boy's parents had been killed?
It was red, wasn't it? I think that, but that was that wasn't. Yeah, that was human blood, wasn't it?
No, but I thought we found black ichor on like a staff there, on a spear.
You found a very sort of dark ichor, yeah.
Okay. A blacky green ichor.
Make an intelligence check. A similarly dark ichor.
Okay, go.
It looks potent for barreling.
Okay. I look to Cora and say, there's no point in trying to locate beasts, because that won't do anything. Fuck! God, so far
Nice
away.
try.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep tracking, and I guess we're just gonna keep going.
Okay.
I look to Halvor and say, did you warm up the Estus flask? Or whatever it is called in this thing?
Yes, it's currently full.
Yeah, you mind if I take a swig from it? I want to hold on to whatever magic I can.
Sure, if you feel the need. It's mostly just for emergencies. But
I mean,
it's usable, so go ahead.
And I will use it because I am at 28 out of 42 hit points. And do not have that many spell slots left. Can't roll from it, I presume just roll. Oh, okay.
Oh, double 4s!
Thank you, Halvor. Very potent. When Bartandless eats his bananas, he becomes... Cool, right.
I haven't had a Banana Man reference in so long. That's awesome. Well done, you.
Stick around, kiddo. I'm gonna make more tonight now.
Awesome.
We'll bust out some Monster Cafe for you later as well.
Galaxy High.
been a penny. Oh shit! Galaxy High. I was about to give a penny crayon, but Galaxy High, yeah.
Galaxy High.
All of these things.
I was very much a Family Nest boy.
We know.
Yes, I love Family Nest.
Good.
Do you know what I love more? Dungeons and Dragons. Come on.
Well, Twitch chat's getting into the deep lore of Family Nest now. But why did McDuke blow on his bagpipes?
Bum, 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 bum.
Elspeth and Angus, watch those notes go rolling across the waves. Okay, so Cora, you are pursuing the track, yes?
Indeed. Survival again?
No, you've this is part of the same.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, crossing over, as you can see from the map I will take us back to, this just extends way into the distance. For the most part, the tracks are kind of in line with the somewhat natural path. They occasionally sort of, cut a bit off or going as the crow flies directly south. You follow them through a landscape that is near enough unchanging. We do this for about an hour, 2 hours. At that point, you begin to feel the ache setting in that just warns you how long you've been going for. Has Bartandalus been keeping his warm clothes prestidigitation going on?
Yeah.
By this point, you will be aware that you are about to have to cast it for the 17th time since you woke up. It has been you pushed on. You made a point of pushing on before
We did.
you stumbled on the dagger dog, and now you are looking to go on further. So you are coming up on 17 hours straight.
So we have been travelling for a while in the dark then, because my dark vision would have run out after 8 hours.
No, because remember when you got up to
Aurora
Borealis, it's the most illumination you've had in quite a while.
Does everything still look exactly the same as this? There's no obvious nice places to stop?
Pretty much.
So is this our kind of vision as well? This is kind of what we can see as opposed to just
that's
tone.
why I've tagged it back, yeah.
Cool.
Well, I know, making a map here, that there's a hidden canvas for the...
Sure, there's a scroll somewhere of utter replenishment.
So what are we wanting to do?
Are we seeing any other tracks, or literally the only thing that we're seeing this one set of tracks leading away?
You can make me another survival check if you want to look for anything else.
That's like it, Cora, yes.
You don't find any other tracks other than one. As you're kind of following your tracks along, you'll occasionally sort of branch off when you see a bit like an outcropping or a patch of trees, and you sort of know that would typically attract maybe this or that sort of animal, or you just are finding nothing up here. It is just barren. Once or twice you find something that through the snowfall you're fairly certain might have been a boot print, but it is, heading in the direction you're going, but it is so weathered that it's difficult to be entirely certain.
Do you say we're travelling more up the mountain, or is it a bit hard to say? Is it like up and down a bit?
You are still heading. No, you are almost entirely
not gone back
uphill.
down.
No, you haven't gone back down. It is not particularly steep at the moment, but you are consistently on a slight incline.
Okay. Then I kind of, while we're at it, I will say, look, we've been going for a while now. Much longer, and it's nearly been a day. Do we keep pushing? I figure this thing, if it's still moving, it's still hurt, right?
You didn't sleep last night, did you?
I can't remember, DM, did I?
I don't think you did you?
What was he doing
Yeah.
in
Stayed up to summon Angelo.
We definitely had the conversation as whether you'd be exhausted after one night not sleeping, and I think that was last time.
Oh, that does ring a bell.
I don't think we can afford to, as much as I want to pursue. I don't think we can afford to be exhausted. It's too dangerous.
Certainly not gaining on him, are we?
No, it's slowly getting further away. We might catch it when it rests, if it rests. But I think the best thing might be to bed down for now and pursue it when we can. Or even lure it to us again, if possible. But don't be surprised if it knows what to expect. It's clearly an intelligent creature.
Yeah, it's whether it feels we're worth around 2 now that it knows what we're made of. Maybe it'll be a little more cautious. Or whether it just sees us as not worth it, but I figure it doesn't see this kind of magic coming up this way, so I suppose it all comes down to how much it wants what we got.
Well, we have to fight it at some point, sooner or later, so we might as well make ourselves as comfortable as we can for now. If it's going to come within range of us, we can see it at least. I think we should camp out in the open.
I mean, I don't necessarily want to freeze to death.
No, I mean have tents, but not hide away. That way Sir Eric will have a nice plain sight all around.
Well, there's not too much shelter around here anyway, but maybe we can find an outcrop that'll shelter us at least a little bit from the wind, and perhaps Eric can mount it for a good view.
Yeah, alright.
So Eric just nods, his eyes still scanning the horizon ahead at all times.
Let's look around. Find somewhere to camp up. What was that? Was that a distant...
Looking up. No, looking up, you see a single giant owl flying east.
Mm,
Ah, yeah, my owl will have probably run off.
Yeah. yeah. Lost all his mates.
So you are looking for a place to bed down for the night, are you?
Hmm.
Are you making a survival check again for that, Cora? Trying to find a suitable place? It's a dagger dog puppy. Yeah, it was the lesser spotted dagger dog. It takes a while. A couple of times you feel like you find a suitable spot, but as you're sort of stamping around it and checking it out for putting a tent up, you realise there's too little foundation underneath, or the snow's too newly fallen, and you just get slush coming down over you eventually. But after a while you find a perfect little place, nice hard floor next to a rocky outcropping that affords Sir Eric about 10 foot over you all, and he can survey a huge area around, and you'll be avoided most of the harsh wind from where you're camped out.
Do we want to leave Sir Eric on his own, or do we take it in turns as well?
We could do. I mean, I trust him to do a pretty good job, especially since I don't think he even gets drowsy. But if we want to have multiple sets of eyes from multiple angles, we could do.
Sleep
That's all.
is not a luxury I am afforded. My eyes are keen.
It's more to do with something managed to sneak up on you. You're our only line of defense.
You've never managed to see someone with no eyebrows look like they're raising one.
I stand by my words.
I trust in Sir Eric. Plus, I have the hand axe of warning, so we shouldn't be able to be surprised by any enemies.
Alright. I suppose us all sleeping means we all wake at the same time, rested.
If you hear a loud ringing noise, then you know it's time to fight.
Where do you... I don't know. You've kind of moved to Eric sometimes. Do you want him just on the outlook directly above you? Yeah.
Yeah, so he can rotate.
Like a little beacon.
Little spinning top.
And I will take out my bell and silver string, and I will cast as a ritual alarm around Sir Eric for anything that may enter him. Oh. I don't know whether he does, because I don't think it's necessarily something we've flagged up before. Do Sir Eric and Ez have hit point dice for healing? Or do they just replenish after a long rest for everything?
Ez does. Sir Eric does not.
Okay. Does he need healing?
No, because being a revenant, Sir Eric has enough regeneration that less than 2 minutes after any combat ends, he is at full health again.
Man, we should just be revenants. Sounds like a better gig.
Good idea. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
And so it was. They were undead.
No.
So, you camper down, you have the hand axe of warning, and you have set a... Did you say your alarm was just like basically around Sir Eric? Or did you
Yes.
say it was around your camp?
Around Sir Eric.
Okay. So you are setting up tents. Is it a tent each? Are you all getting in one? Now there's only... Oh yeah, there's theirs as well. Is it boys and girls again?
Yep.
Sure.
She was quick to answer there.
No, I don't see Ez that way.
Does anyone want to do anything before bedding down and getting to sleep?
As much as I would love to use a spell of sending to speak to Caspern, I feel like I should keep the 2 spell slots I have remaining, just in case. But other than that, I think we're good.
Okay. Then you get into your tents. You bed down. Bartandalis is very quickly asleep. Everybody else is asleep very shortly after. Your night sleep passes uncomfortably, but without incident. And can you all please apply a long rest?
Well, that's fixed at least. It's given me my spell slots.
Oh god, yeah, if that hadn't, that'd have been a nightmare.
I checked our max HPs, by the way. Cora has 84 max HP, and mine is 105, and we have adjusted them thusly.
Wow. Man, I've got 42.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So when I say, could I do that Estus Flask? Because those 10 hit points will make all the difference.
Ooh,
Yeah.
and I totally put it on a fire for an hour before we go to bed.
Ah, so you were setting a
Or
fire.
leave it overnight.
Were we setting a fire?
Oh, do you not want to have it for the sake of the flask?
I mean, I think we'll rest in a better place. We won't be able to use it tonight, I don't think. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Let me read what it actually says.
It needs to spend an hour, I believe, in like a fire of some sort. Non-magical. I think it specifies. To go with the Dark Souls theme of recharging at a bonfire, healing plants.
I think given that we're kind of like not, we're still quite exposed, what we might attract with light, because it's a bit clear as well. For the sake of 10 hit points on a max roll, it's not worth it with the state that we're in.
Okay, we don't recharge it.
Okay.
I do have a single regular potion of healing on me.
Yeah.
Should I... Is this the kind of situation where one might want to use the oil of sharpness? Although it only lasts an hour, I can't do it straight away.
Then I would say no. I would say that's the kind of thing where you are going into an area and you know that it's about to happen, not when we could potentially just be traveling for 3 hours before we find anything.
I feel like I'm playing Skyrim though. I'm gonna hoard all my potions until we fight Strahd.
Pretty much. Hey, I thought that with my amulet and casting sunlight on him, but apparently not.
Okay. Wake up in the morning, for lack of a better word, and you emerge from your tents. Sir Eric is not there.
My alarm spell didn't go off?
It did not. Neither did Halvor's axe.
I have a look around for him. Can I climb on so I can get a vantage point as well?
Yeah.
I would also like to look for any Sir Eric-shaped footprints.
Eric-shaped footprints.
Yes.
Okay, Halvor, make me a perception. Cora, make me a survival. You find Halvor, you find nothing. Cora, you looking around for footprints about 50 foot away from the vantage point as you kind of just sort of spiraling out, looking for anything. You find no prints, but the snow is coming down at a fairly decent pace. But you do knock something, and under the snow you find the skull, neck, shoulders, arms, and part of the spine of Sir Eric.
What? Does he look like he's been
More dead.
damaged?
He's lost his legs, yeah?
The bottom half, his body ends.
Can I see tooth marks or anything in his bones and stuff?
Make me a medicine check. You don't see so much tooth marks, but you see the vertebrae just end in this awful crunch of just like crushing damage that something with great force seems to have happened to his back and has split the revenant in two.
I am going to call over to Barty and hope that we can use that thing where he chops off something's head to talk to it.
I do not have that.
No!
Nope.
It's called an axe.
My
Do you
God.
shout us anyway?
I take it he isn't still like, hi Cora, how you doing?
There is no sign of unlife from him.
Well, at least I have to kill the dagger dog now. Should we just keep going?
It's fair.
Wow, well, something that could do this and undetected is quite the foe. I can only assume it was the dagger dog.
It's very upsetting that our one reliable lookout is gone.
Yes.
You think he strayed from where I'd cast my alarm?
Is his
Doesn't
body in
seem
the same
so.
place or not?
No,
He's
no.
50 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was thrown over here.
But something getting to him should have signaled us. It should have woke me up.
I take it when I was looking for footprints, I also didn't see any paw prints.
You did not.
Perhaps the dagger dog used the Misty Step again.
I really thought you were about to say perhaps the dagger dog can fly now.
Yeah, but
Or the other option would be that the rock came for him before he could come for the rock.
I'm sure we would have heard it though and felt it. The
Yeah, I imagine
wind from the beat of its wings.
Imagine if a rock came down to 10 foot above your tents would not still have you in them.
We know that he will be reborn, right? Will he be reborn from his remains, or will he be reborn at Argenvostholt?
Barty?
I think it was mentioned that. I think they just like suddenly reappear in the ether somewhere, don't they? I don't think they necessarily come back from their remains.
You were told by, I think it was actually your boy Sir Arthand, that their soul just found another body to inhabit.
Right. From what we know of Revenant, now that I know what they are, can I see whether I know whether they can be charmed?
Make me a religion.
Legione.
I would like to look around and see if I can find Sir Eric's possessions.
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
You can find half of his possessions.
Where are we? Thinking back to what you hadn't heard of Revenants by name before, but haven't been around them and spoken to them and heard about what drives them. You realise you've heard of other sort of undead of vengeance. Enough that you can assume your knowledge overlaps in a lot of areas. You would know that these particular beings who are like denied death due to this hatred or this quest for revenge are said to be so focused on it that they cannot be swayed from it in any way. They can't be hypnotized, they cannot be charmed, or sort of led astray with magic.
Okay. Well, I think they're immune to being charmed and their minds manipulated. So.
Sorry, and you would also know,
And also,
having done it near him, they can't be turned.
and they can't.
I mean, you apologise to Sir Arthur, and he's
Why-
like, "I
That's why-
last."
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it's Strahd trying to mess with us, at least.
Halvor, you are not able to find his sword, but you do. Sorry, you're not able to find his bow, but you do find his sword. A large, very, very finely crafted, but mundane-looking. Actually, is it? Or is it? Yeah. A very, very impressive but mundane longsword.
What a shame.
The hilt has very, very slight engravings of a dragon.
Well, at the very least, this might have some value. I would say we should hold on to it. Maybe chuck it in the bag of holding for now.
Sure thing.
I was hoping we'd find his bow. After all, it appeared to be magical.
I mean, I can try and take a little time and see if I can detect it anywhere.
Depends if you think it's worth it. It's
I mean, we're gonna eat, right? If people are setting up a camp and just eat.
Yeah,
some food.
that's
Take
true.
10 minutes.
We've only just got up. Well, I'll. Do you think we should prepare a fire or just prepare some regular rations, cold?
Yeah. regular rations. It's going to take time to pack up the tents anyway, so...
I make a business of doling out some rations to the remaining crew members, of which there are few.
I will
That's not that few.
take a knee, take out my wizard spellbook, and near Sir Eric's body, start casting my detect magic ritual.
Once the spell is... Oh, my marking my rations off. Party. Your spell completes. What was Lindsay about to...
We'll ask afterwards because I don't want to interrupt the flow.
Okay. You detect nothing except what you have on your person's bartender list in the way of magic.
Okay.
Just wondering what happened to my raven.
Oh yeah, what's the duration on it? Is it if it's an hour, it would have gone.
12 hours, I think.
Then it will have
Disappeared. We slept for 8 hours. So.
It might just be. You travel. You summoned it in that combat, didn't you? You travel for just less than 2. I suppose it would. Oh, no, you sent it after. You sent that after as well, didn't you?
No, I just sent the owls.
Oh, okay. Then I suppose it will have been here.
Come with us. Well, I would like to make sure that when it turns back into a statue that I pick it up again, please.
Just saying, DM, I was going to add the item to the party sheet for the dagger, but I can't drop down any of the items, and then I can't see what's in the dagger.
You can't see what's in what, sorry?
On the party actor.
Yeah.
When I try to drop down, and it... Oh, right. So did you just click them then?
I just closed it again.
So when I do it says, user bartender lacks permission to update...
That might be because I was in it. Try it now.
No, still saying it.
Okay, so what are you looking to do, sorry?
I was just going to add in the dagger.
Which dagger? Remind me.
Oh, sorry. What? I thought Halvor just picked up a dagger. I don't know.
Oh no, sorry. The long sword of
long sword.
Seric's long sword.
Yeah.
I'll look into why you can't do that because I can see here you all have permission to that actor. So that's very strange. Oh, everyone is down to just being an observer now. Let me change that. Everyone is now Dantalion. Oh, everyone is now an owner, so you should be able to now.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
So
super.
So yeah, no magic.
Okay.
God, you've got Dolith's horn in there.
Yeah, it's for my not scrying, but something like that. Yeah. My spell that I no longer have access to, so I can either hear people or I can see people.
You put it to
Did you already remove rations from it, or do we need to?
Yeah, I took it from 114 down to 110.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to check something first, but carry on for a minute.
The dagger dog?
Do-do-do-do.
The dagger dog.
Do-do-do-do.
You did hear that?
Is it coming from the path ahead of us?
It is. It sounds as if it was coming from the south. But the way you're gradually heading anyway.
Can't be making all that noise and then not come and fight us, mate. Come on. He's a bit of a pussy, isn't he? He's running away. Maybe that's just the baby dagger dog, though, you know? Maybe he's gone to get daddy dagger dog.
A pokey pup.
Yeah, maybe it was a pokey pup.
So what are you doing? Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm going to take... yeah, I'm going to take Sir Eric's head. Even though I can't do speak with the dead at the moment, at some point I might be able to.
Improvised weapon, got it, yeah.
Yeah, because I was just checking that even if you reanimated, because he incorporated this body, I should still be able to speak to it because it doesn't bring his soul back into this body. So I think it would still. It's basically just like a knowledge retention item now, basically.
Much like a book.
Much like a
Okay.
book.
You like books?
A morbid book.
Yeah.
Ez seems more on her feet as well this morning, having gotten a good night's sleep in her after her, well, second good night's sleep in her after her death. Oh no, she didn't die, did she? She's at 0. She very nearly died. That was it. Shit, she
I
came
saved
so
her.
close to dying. You did? Yeah, Dr. Cora.
Yeah, baby.
So yeah, you feed. What's the plan?
I am going to use, even though I'd love to save all my spell slots, I'm going to use Sending to speak to Caspin. And just say, "Hey, you okay? We're doing fine. Learn anything new from the book yet? We'll be at the temple very soon. We'll be back soon." There you go, that's 24.
Have you messaged him already if you left? Because I was thinking this before.
I messaged the first night and he had to roll disadvantage because he hadn't attuned to the book, and then I've not done it the last 2 sleeps because I missed a sleep. And then
When
we just
you did that, did he have anything, or did he save
No.
it? Because I did that annoying thing where I had something ready on screen prepped, and I think you didn't, and I couldn't remember if I told you or not.
No, he did. You did the rolls in the open with disadvantage, and he just absolutely failed them. So you're like, oh, it's not attuned to it yet.
Right. Okay. Then in this case, let me make his investigation check before I reply. This will dictate his response.
Uh-huh.
The response comes back.
Does he get 2? Because he's done it for 2 days. He gets to do another check.
He does. Let me roll another one. Maybe I fancied a day off.
If he was really committed, man, he'd just been non-stop.
Well.
Well.
Okay. So. Is a word. The first day. Oh, the second day. I did not have much more luck. However, I have now found a word. Stellar.
We've already had that. Is he decoding the stuff we've already had?
I thought you didn't have that one.
Stellar? We got that ages ago.
Yeah, a long, long time ago.
Did you? That's not in your...
And yeah, I'm pretty sure we got that at the Wizard of the Wines, I feel like.
Yes,
With
yes.
Stellar.
Really?
And then we asked them whether the word meant anything to them, and they were like, no, doesn't mean much of anything to me.
Alright,
I forgot to... This is what happens when I've not been making notes. The notes were transferring over into Strahd's codex. No!
Right, well, hold
He's just
on, then.
decoded a whole
Just,
paragraph that I'd already done.
Where has the Tome of Strahd gone? Oh god, he's got it. That's why I can't find it in your bloody bag. Because it's got the link to it in the Tome of
Just saying, guys, we should probably note down Stellar somewhere. Because we are not going to remember that.
I remembered that. It's a thing.
Oh yeah, I remembered that we'd heard it once we think it, but if it comes to like a door, it says like, speak the password, we're never going to remember to say Stellar.
Stella.
Stellar.
Okay,
Stella.
in that
Go.
case, allow me to quickly do the next one down from that and make sure you don't already have it in your fucking thing. So, Yes. Okay. Scratch that message. What Caspian replies with. It was difficult, but something about a Kazan. Dark powers took his head? Strahd refers to him as his architect. Is it 20 or 25?
Is what? 25.
And that he is valuable. Because you don't
Okay.
have, so you don't have the actual passage, just Caspian's.
No, we've had that one. Can we have another one?
Fuck off, you haven't.
Yeah, no, we definitely have. Let's have another
Fuck
one.
off. I cannot be duped twice.
Was that the Wizard of the Wines, wasn't it? I think.
Oh yeah, the Wizard of the Wines.
Yeah.
I've updated the Google Doc for the ongoing Tome of Strahd with just Kazan chapter to remind me another time.
Okay, so Kazan, referred to as the architect, and his dark powers took his mind, took his head.
Have we ever heard of a Kazan before?
Kazan's tower is where Esmeralda's tower is.
Ah, yes.
Mm. So I'm presuming the architect. So I'll say this out loud as we're all kind of like eating and stuff, and I say, I don't know, thinking maybe Kazan build Ravenloft, if he's calling him the architect, or did he build the Ember Temple?
I was thinking the Amber Temple, but it's in the Tome of Strahd, which would make Ravenloft more likely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Kazan was here before Strahd, whether he's older than him. We don't know that, do we?
Perhaps by calling him the architect, he actually means that he's created the world of Barovia.
Just checking something. This might be something where I ask.
Because we knew he was like a magic man, right?
Yeah.
Magic Man.
Magic Man.
You and me are on the same wavelength, I swear.
You do not know.
Okay. Okay. I don't know whether he existed at the same time as Strahd.
It sounds like he and Strahd had a fair amount of conflict, so creating the world of Barovia would make sense, would it not?
I don't know, I feel like Strahd being here, whether he's trapped, in charge, or both, that seems to be more the deal that he's got with, and I kind of look up at the Blood Aura Borealis. Vampire. I don't know. Until we see that... and a big door in the sky just opens. Fuck!
Hiya!
Don't you open that trap door! I don't know. Until we see that book, and I can read the full passage. I don't know, but it's important, I guess. We'll see.
So what's the plan from here on out? Do we still try and kill the Dagger Dog, or...?
DM, do you mind?
So distracting, my
Every
God.
time the DM does it, the dagger dog gets weaker.
That would be great.
Gosh,
Let's
you
keep
don't
going
see
in.
off event at the moment.
I imagine a night's sleep, snow coming down. We're not going to be picking up any tracks to find it. We're on an ascent, so I guess we just keep heading towards where we think the Ember Temple is.
Sounds good to me.
Right. Did we make a fire or not? I don't think we did we?
You
Didn't Alva want to? Oh no, that was from last night you were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know whether we bothered. I think Halvor said he was doing cold rations and we were just putting the tents away.
Yeah, it was the flask we did last night, wasn't it?
Which we didn't do, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then, yeah, I'm going to not. Oh, do you know? Yeah, I'm going to keep casting the warmth every so often. I'll give us all a little blast on it for a bit and keep cycling it. I guess we just keep going until we find something.
Okay, so you pack up your camp. What is the new marching order without Sir Eric?
Take your guesses at the lead.
Bartandalus.
All day long,
And they
man.
all died.
How dare you? My survival's really high.
I will assist, and then I guess we probably want Ez bringing up the rear because Bartandalus is squishy.
Do you want to go in the lead, Barty?
No, I do not.
I was waiting for a little quip, but just nope.
I have a +2 to my survival. That would be a terrible idea.
Was that with the advantage from?
Sorry, I forgot that he was assisting me.
Okay. So, setting off. Cora, can you roll me a d8, please? Okay.
Oh, I don't like that.
You go for a full day. It is a relatively easy day's travel. All the dice were to shit you up. The weather remains the same. It is definitely colder. However, the easier wind, or sort of the gentler wind, kind of makes it a bit less biting. It is very much a Halvor and I suppose Bartandalus might have been gone for a few days. We'll be getting some whiskers, frosting over, unless Bartandalus has some sort of shaving cantrip.
No.
No. So yeah, it is Arctic, but it isn't horrible passive Caradras sort of snow in your face. Are you said you are just repeatedly heat spelling yourself, are you, Bartandalus?
Yeah, what?
You say you are repeatedly heat spelling yourself, are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, okay.
Well, between us all. I keep one on me, cycle it, the other two between those guys.
Once you get to about 8-9 hours, or casting the spell, you feel as if you have had a good day's travel. You feel like you've possibly covered the most ground in this amount of time that you have pretty much since you passed the bridge. It has been a good day. No sounds or signs of any wildlife at all. It's been very sort of eerily quiet. You reach a point where you've been going about 9 hours. Landscape is pretty much the same. Are you going to press on, or are you going to head down?
I'm up for pressing on, but what do you guys think?
I say keep moving. We can push through a day. We don't need to rest.
Don't we?
Not yet.
I mean, sorry, if you mean during the day, sure.
It's only been like 9 hours.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying let's just keep going for another 12 hours.
Oh no. Yeah, we can keep pushing on until we need to hit our. Okay, now we're getting exhausted.
Yeah.
Have a survival?
Yes, please. The second leg.
Was anyone
Okay.
assisting me? No. Will you still be so helpful?
Consistently assisting.
How are you? Just for my own curiosity, how do you consistently assist her. What form does your assisting of her survival checks look like?
Well, he's a man, so he's just not asking for directions all the way. That's basically it.
Wow, so sexist. I am familiar with the terrain, so I'm keeping an eyes out, avoiding any areas that I think could be more difficult or potentially more dangerous, and generally also keeping an eye out for any tracks and enemies, because I am perceptive.
Okay, sounds good. You are able to press on for another 5 or so hours, if you want to, before aches start to set in a little bit, getting over sort of 13, 14 hours on the solid march now. The snow seems to be not coming down any heavier, but it is definitely getting deeper underfoot as you're going. You're definitely getting to a less disturbed sort of area. And still, you are seeing next to no variation on this landscape.
Press
not
on.
Like, not like a Scooby-Doo sort of way.
Yeah, I think we keep going until we get to the point where we need to sleep, right?
Yeah. This is the way.
I would
No,
say
really.
I would say we're coming up on that point very soon.
Okay, then we start looking for somewhere good to... I mean, you're saying it's like this all the time, so I guess another little ledge outcrop where we can find one.
You are able to identify Cora a bit easier here. Another spot, a bit of a raised outcrop of... There's plenty of jagged ones around, but this is one that doesn't have the jaggedness to it. It's a bit of like a slightly snowed over plinth that is easily enough swept clean with pretty much just a foot if you want to.
Does that sound closer than it did before?
Maybe perception check. Does sound slightly closer, but not like it was when it was
Not on top of
100
us.
foot away. So yeah, you find a spot that you can use to make a small camp if you wish to.
Well, if we're going to get exhausted if we don't, then yeah.
DM, what was the... How did the icicles work? How long did they keep the light for? Or did they just light forever with what they'd seen?
They glowed permanently with the light of the last sort of colour light they were exposed to.
Okay, but not as intense, I guess, yeah?
No, not as intense.
Okay. As we find our spot, and it's just the four amigos. Let's say, well, we're gonna have to do this a little differently now. Think y'all gonna have to wake me up when it's your turn for the watch. And I'm gonna have to cast my darkness spell on y'all when it's your turn.
I mean, I would say that we could use my Raven, but he needs another day before he can come back to us, so that sounds like a reasonable idea to me.
Think, try to think with four of us, we need 8 hours rest. Try to think the best way to do it, because my spell also lasts 8 hours.
But will casting darkness not make it impossible for us to see what's going on?
What?
Like,
I
if one
mean-
of us is keeping a lookout, are we just going to sit outside of the realm of your darkness sphere?
No, sorry. No, I'm not saying casting darkness, sorry. Dark vision, sorry.
Well, it's not dark though, is it?
No, but that's
Oh, is it still like? Oh,
yeah.
the sea still okay. Then we don't need to worry about that. Then retract everything I said. I've been walking with my eyes closed like
There's
a fucking
me
moron.
rapidly googling saying, would interrupting a long rest 4 times to cast a spell break the long rest? But that's excellent. It's not needed.
No, because you can break it up anyway. If
Night
you
feed,
cycle
night
between
feed.
sleep. Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, I wake up enough times in the night. Alright. We're taking in turns. I'd suggest perhaps setting up a secondary camp, maybe a little more out in the open. There's like bait. We've got, 5 tents. We could put 3 of them up, keep 2 out of sight. Maybe use the icicles, set them up so it looks like some sort of campfire. Leave a few magical items around there.
Do we think
Bird
that he
table.
can sense the magical items that are in the bag of holding, or no?
But he can probably sense the bag of holding anyway, so.
As a magical item.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh. No. 1 minute.
Ooh.
Never mind. That non-detection
go on.
on my non-detection on my amulet would have been very handy right now. Can't remember whether it was a baseline thing or a spend points thing.
You have it with you though, don't you? You haven't
What?
left. Have you left the amulet somewhere?
It needs to recharge at dawn. I've got no charges on it.
Oh shit. I mean, yeah, Wizard of Wines, I think we have that.
Okay.
So you're setting up a little decoy camp, are you?
Aye. If the group think it's a worthwhile idea.
What did you say you're going to put in the decoy camp? Presumably you'd need to put some magic stuff in it.
Yeah, so we've got like the icicles, which are magical, and they will give out light as well. We've got a couple of magic items that we could probably just kind of put in there that we don't need. I think it's more making a point of there being more magic items to attract him in one location than there is magical items in the other location, potentially.
But we want the bag of holding with all of our shit in it with us, otherwise.
Yeah, so we'll keep the bag of holding and our weapons, but then we could effectively take out, a lot of the other magic items that we don't use.
If we're happy to lose it and make
we're
him
happy to
potentially
lose it.
stronger.
Yeah. Either that or he just comes and gets as well, and we just kind of play it that way. The idea is that we're still awake, we're still kind of like on lookout, but if it does come over, then it's going to go to hopefully the other tents first than ours.
I mean, we didn't do this before with
But we
Sir
have-
Eric.
That's true. That's true. I'm just a little bit more conscious of one of us dying now than I was of Sir Eric.
We could put at least 1 or 2 minor magic items in a decoy tent, and then alarm spell it again just to see if they disappear without alarm trace.
Yeah.
But I don't have that many things on my person that I would be willing to lose.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I'm worried about making him stronger. It's basically leaving unmanned objects for him to eat.
Well, I mean, what have we got? We've got... Do you know what? We've actually not got that many magic items. The Curse
I've got
Dagger.
a few.
I'm looking in the bag of holding. We've got the Cursed Dagger. We've got Ruby Glass Feather. Heartstones, which obviously they're not going in.
We could
Dollar
probably
desire.
ditch the seafarer's jacket.
No, it's my jacket.
You don't use it, do you?
I've got a wand of web.
I mean, being able to cast web is probably a good thing, though.
I can do all kind of shit. I could do
Is it-
better than that.
When does it recharge? The wand of web.
Dawn.
Sounds about right.
So never.
Yeah, but she's got 7 charges at the moment. It's full.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I've got the wand of web. I've got a bag of tricks. I've got the wondrous power figurine. I've got stone of good luck. Got seafarer's jacket. Got the wand of web. I think that might be it for magic. But I've got some magic, you know.
Yeah, I've got the Ersatz Eye. I've got the gloves of missile snaring. I've got some spell scrolls. I've got a bless spell scroll, which I don't need because I can cast.
Got a baby.
Got a baby. Oh my god, yeah, still that checked on the baby.
Oh yeah, let's leave the baby there. That's a great idea.
I mean, the babies aren't magical. I've already checked that. I've got a Codex of Ogmar.
But it still could get eaten. It would be a good distraction.
What's wrong with you?
I know.
That I want to get rid of this baby.
It's not doing anybody any harm. It's just sat in my bag.
It's a baby Strahd. Do.
Don't know that. Don't know. It's baby.
Was
baby
it not?
Sergey.
Was its name not Strahd von Zarich?
Yeah, but I didn't
There
tell
you go.
anybody. I didn't tell anybody in character.
You don't know that, Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay, you don't know that. Well, Lindsay knows that. Cora doesn't know it. I told everybody who was.
I'm gonna tell Cora.
Sergey.
Guys, I found this letter in my bag.
From this super cool girl back in normal land.
So, yeah. So I've got a spell scroll of mass cure wounds, a spell scroll of bestow curse, a spell scroll of bless, the Ersatz Eye, gloves of missile snaring.
While you're talking through these items, I'm running for a quick wait.
And we don't need to give them all, because we can just... I mean, the ones we want to keep, we could literally just put them all in my bag of holding so that they're not flagged up. We could literally put everything apart from the items that we need on us and put them in the bag of holding for while we're sleeping. And then in the morning we just get up and put them all back on if we need to.
If they're still there.
I think that even if there's only 1 or 2 items over there, that it would probably take them because it knows that they're easy pickings.
Yep.
Yeah, which is fine, but I don't mind it necessarily to put... I mean, this is it, we could just put the lightsicles over there, because we've got 8 of them.
But I think that it will just take them and we won't even know.
What, you mean it'll get past the magic circle ritual?
Where you put the magic circle around the person that's watching out or around the camp? Or is the person that's watching out going to be in the camp?
Either. I mean, we're putting it somewhere where the person that's on watch can still see the camp, so they'll be able to see if something comes to it. The idea is not that it won't take them, it's that if it's coming to approach us, then surely it's better for it to approach the other camp than approach our camp. That's all I'm thinking. Like, us not being pounced on in the middle of the night and, like, trying to run out of tents in the middle of combat. Somebody going, the dagger dog's here, it's going to the other tent. But to do that, we would have to make ours seem like there's less magic here.
Back.
So I'm saying take the weapons that we want, the magic items that we want, that we use, put them in the bag of holding while we sleep, because then they would all presumably just be identified as being one magic item, the bag of holding. You won't identify all the others. And then take a bunch of other magic items that we're not bothered about losing and put them in the decoy camp. Or we just carry on and just go to sleep and see how we get by.
I mean, if you want to do it, fine, but I reckon we just crack on.
Crack on then.
With what? Just sleeping?
Well, one person swapping in.
Okay, then who will take which watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll do second.
I'll do third then, I suppose.
I think that'll cover us. Ez can just sleep.
Why are we doing that? We should get Ez doing like the second watch. That's the worst watch.
Is it? When the night is consistent in illumination.
No, but you get
Okay.
like an uninterrupted sleep, you know?
Fuck the NPC.
Yeah, fuck her. She's already died. I put her back to life. She can let me have 8 hours of sleep without interruption.
I mean, if there's
Strange.
4 of us, doing it, then it would take us 10 hours, then, wouldn't it?
Okay, we could do that.
So it'll be 10 hours to get an 8 hour, for us all to get 8 hours sleep.
She can take third and I'll take fourth then.
Okay,
Morning shift.
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. So,
Makes sense for me to go after Halvor because we're in the same tent instead of waking both people up in the other tent.
anyone doing anything before they go to sleep?
Setting the alarm spell wherever the person who's going to be doing
I think he's going to go over the
the
field.
watch.
So all the way about 400 feet away. No.
Sure. Sure.
Where are you going in relation to the tent, Salvo?
I would probably try and... Is it a good idea to climb on that vantage point?
I'm hoping you don't mean this. I cannot see you getting comfy up there. Maybe that's what you want. Well, I suppose this isn't the sort of weather where you can easily drift off during a during a watch, I imagine.
If there's somewhere that I can just stand near the tents and with my back to a rock, that would be nice. But at the same
get
time,
cold. Yeah, don't go back to a rock. Oh,
something
no.
could climb over it.
No, it drains all the heat out of you. Never lie on rocks while you're out in the wilderness. Big
Oh.
It's as if he doesn't know
Yeah.
Bear Grylls. God.
Don't lie on the floor and don't lie on rocks because it will just absorb all your heat. Stay out in the open where there's rocks. Yeah, don't lie on the rock.
Although if you're on the rock can't eat you as easily. Like behind the rock.
I think as a part of a tactic to keep warm, I'm probably just going to be pacing around.
Just pacing back and forth for hours. You come out in the morning and you see Halvor's head. He's like walked a trench 7 foot deep in the snow.
He's got a couple of blankets. He'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone else is asleep. Halvor, please make me a perception check. It is not disadvantageous with the level of light that you have. You probably feel the most by yourself you've been in a while. Yeah, we'll come to that at the start of your watch. We'll do that back on Alice. Given that you've either been with the group or at least in a tent with Bartandalis, you're now sort of just very aware as you're pacing around that you can't see anyone. The environment is near enough unchanging. Twice across your watch, you do see a shape in the sky, but on both occasions, you are immediately able to identify it as a giant owl, probably almost certainly one of Cora's pack, which presumably pursued the dagger dog to the point where the spell wore off, and they just became unbound and are now up to their own devices. Is there anything you're doing on your watch? Anything on your mind? Anything you want to do?
Not on this occasion.
Okay.
It's been 3 sleeps since I last had any interaction with he who rolls thunder. I must be feeling really strong by now. I like to imagine that your lack of response is you consulting a calendar.
No. There is thunder in the distance, but no voice is making its way to you.
And I still feel pathetically weak.
You feel stronger. You had some more strength flow into you when you invoked his name, but you've done nothing with it since.
I do nothing.
You do nothing. Okay. Your period of watch comes to an end then.
You're up about Andrews.
Right. Nothing, I take it.
No, didn't see anything. Heard a couple of distant rumbles of thunder, but that's about it. No movement.
Alright. Talk to you soon.
Oh, well done, Caspian.
Stand by.
Let me have a look and see what that would be. I think the ones that are normally really high ones, you've rolled so well that you've got like a lot of the very high DC ones. Yes, I think that is one that you don't have. Let me super quickly open it and just confirm. Yep. So before this watch, before you went to bed, you would have just whispered Caspian for an update. Yeah. You said?
Yeah.
He would have come back. You could hear that his voice was quite excited. Quite a lot today. He's got bad grammar, so a lot is one word.
Mm-hmm.
About
I mean, he's wasted 3. He didn't have to even say those 3.
Vladimir's cursed knights killing adventurers to defend Strahd, but not to help him? Something about an eternal sentence.
Vladimir's cursed knights to defend Strahd, not to help him. Did you say?
Yeah, defending killed adventurers, defending Strahd, not to help him.
Okay.
You're like, why didn't I outsource this ages ago?
I know. I mean, to be fair, we never sit down long enough to actually fucking do it, even with somebody else in the group. Okay, and then I will assume the position, and I will just keep casting my prestidigitation to try and keep myself warm. I'll cast all 3 of them on myself, on my toes, on my hands.
Foot.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to make myself real toasty warm as much as I can.
Okay. Make
Want
me
to roll a-
perception check.
Yosh.
Oh, so nearly a natty 1 on mine.
Doesn't matter, does it? Nothing's gonna happen.
The weather remains as is. What are you doing? Are you pacing? Is there anything on your mind? Are you doing or going through anything, or are you just sitting and staring and keeping an eye out?
I'm keeping an eye out.
Very aware and very exposed underneath that shifting sky.
Yeah, I keep an eye on it, and I'm going to do 2 things. First of all, I'm going to take out the Heartstone. I'm kind of like just going through the different items in my bag of holding, just kind of like keeping myself occupied, like having a little look at them, glancing around, and I'll take the Heartstone out and kind of like take a glove off and just kind of like handle it a little bit, because you never know. You never know in this place. And then as I'm kind of going through stuff, I summon the spyglass into my hand, and out of just curiosity, I'm going to look up to the cloud with my spyglass. The Blood Aura Borealis. See if I can see anything up close. Because that seems like a good idea.
It is like deep, dark, vivid, shifting colours. Fills you with a deep unease, but a period of watching it, nothing immediate. It's shifting movements seem so like rhythmic and natural sometimes, almost like tides, and occasionally would just be a slight spasm or almost like push, like it's almost like a veil and something behind it is pushing towards it in your direction, but it always seems to pull back in. It's unusual to watch.
Is it coalescing much?
No.
No coalescing at all?
No coalescing.
Okay, disappointing.
And it seems to do that just in several different places through all of it. You actively feel like you're being watched.
Okay. Then can I shuddering it off? Put the spyglass away.
As you lower the spyglass, about 30 foot in front of you is just a figure stood there facing you.
Ooh!
What?
Shut
Ooh.
the door!
Isn't that the guy that we killed? Yeah.
I dropped the spyglass, and I'm just kind of like frozen. Is he just stood there? Is he saying anything?
Stood looking at you with a very slight smile. Very, very slight.
He only looked like that some of the time, didn't he? And then he turned into the big angel dude. So
And he looked like that all the time until he turned into the big angel dude and like, oh right, you're an angel.
And he just slowly raises a finger upwards and points up to the aurora.
I will kind of like look up slowly. Is there anything in particular in the aurora that he's pointing at, or
maybe he's implying he's the.
He's been pointing up.
Maybe he's the one doing it. Maybe that's what he's saying.
I will slowly stand up, and as I'm walking over, I'll say, "Which one are you? Are you the one that came here originally, or the one that we faced?"
He gives a very... It's still a slight smile, but it's enough of a shift that you can feel that it is a sad smile, and the weight of it makes it clear to you that it is a smile of someone who's reflecting on things they've done with more clarity.
Have you been watching us? And as I'm saying it, I'm slowly taking out the amulet of the Morning Lord, kind of like expose and kind of like showing it.
He shakes his head very slowly.
I gave up who I was, the one that I had fallen to. I found my way back to him, back to the Morning Lord. I took your name. I took your name to Avenge what was done to you here.
Halvor emerges from the tent.
As you do emerge from the tent, you see Bartandalis stood facing no one, and about 80 foot behind him, stalking forward slowly, the dagger dog.
No!
Atlantis, look out!
And it turns and bolts, throwing up a thing of snow. And Bartandalis, the abbot, is no longer there.
I spin around, looking for him, and then seeing Halvor, and kind of like connecting the voice and everything happen so fast. Do I see the dagger dog running?
Oh yeah.
How far away is it?
Currently about 90 foot, getting further every second.
I mean,
Does the shouting wake me and Ez up? How will shout?
I don't think the axe would have woken you both up, so you would have. You would both need to make a perception check with disadvantage to be woken by Halvor's shout, but the axe has magically woken Halvor.
you said, what do you say? I'm about 80 feet away, and it's moving.
Yes.
I want to bolt with my movement action towards it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, is it within 60 feet?
Bolt would be... Yeah.
Then I'm going to try and cast Mind Spike on it.
Go for it.
The target must make a Wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Oh, this might be... Oh, no, it's back to public. Good. You succeed.
It takes 3d8 damage. There's no target up, so there you go.
Yep, that's fine.
And I know its location for an hour.
Okay. You feel it to like... It isn't vague like locate object, is it? It's you have the GPS for it.
While you have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, and if it's invisible, it gains no benefit from the condition against you. So, yeah, you always know the target's location.
Nice. Okay, that's for 1 hour, yeah?
That's for 1 hour.
You feel it heading away from you to the west, and I'm going to assume that if you're quickly scrambling, I'm going to assume you're saying that while I'm telling you this. Yeah.
Yes.
You feel that it moves rapidly west about 300-400 feet, and then it immediately breaks north. And as you're sort of feeling it, you can, even to someone who's not a hunter or a tracker like yourself, you're thinking, motherfucker, it is very clearly made a deliberate loop around you and has tried to throw you off as it's fled from you, not knowing obviously that you have the GPS tag.
Sure.
So
okay.
it is north, rapidly heading north.
Is it slowing its pace at all, or it's just running?
After about, again, I know you're doing things at the same time. After about a kilometre, it comes down to a slow lollop.
Okay, so while that's happening,
Yeah.
I'm basically saying to everybody, I got a hit on it. I can track it for about an hour, but if we lose it, it's gone. We won't know where it is.
At the minute, I don't think I'm probably awake, am I?
This happened in... Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought somebody said to Halvor. Right, this is happening. I'm going around waking everybody up.
Okay.
Sorry. The dagger dog was here. Cast some sort of illusion on me. Halvor managed to wake up. Look, I managed to get a hit on it. I can track it for about an hour, and we won't know where it is. I know we're all tired, but...
Do we leave the tents and just go?
We just go.
Do we really want to follow this thing?
I mean, the fact that it managed to almost take me out, if it wasn't for Halvor, I'd been a goner, I think.
I mean, this is one of the few times you might get to track it with precision. So, I mean, I don't say let's leave the tents because I think we're going to need them. Let's shove them in the bag of holding unceremoniously and let's get going.
It was so much quicker than us the last time, though. I think after an hour, it's going to be too far away for us to know what to do with.
It depends where it's going and how much it's slowing up.
I suppose. Okay, let's go.
and then we'll just. I mean, I say we've only got an hour. We've got another 3 tents in the bag because we didn't set the other camp up, so we have got 3 tents still.
Mm-hmm. What, you didn't set the decoy tent up in the end after? Sorry,
No, we
I
ended
know
up-
you delivered. Okay,
We ended up not doing it, so I think we can.
I deleted
leave
the most
2
beautiful
tents.
map as well. There, the most beautiful tent.
It's still even just trying to like take him down into bits that's going to make any sense. It's still going to take like 5 or 10 minutes, and like every second very much count with this.
So yeah, is that agreed? You're abandoning tents, or does anyone really want to push for it?
I'm happy to abandon him.
Okay.
Okay. 2 Valaki guards appear in front of you and arrest you for littering a nature reserve area.
I was like, is there another illusion happening? What the fuck?
Fantasy or not, we do not tolerate littering in Borovia.
We might come back for it.
Okay, so I'm not really sure how this would work because it isn't really. My instinct was to make Bartandalus do the survival check, but he's not tracking. He's just following a gut feeling. So I would suppose
make sure we don't fall down holes and shit.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, follow this way, but Bartandalus, it's a ravine. I know what I felt.
Is anyone helping me look out for ravines?
I mean, I imagine Bartandalus having a fucking GPS of which direction. Oh, and your dark visioning as well. Is that just...
For me,
remind me, is that 3 separate? That's 3 separate casts, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I've cast it on as well. Well, I've ticked 3 off.
Oh, I see.
We decided it's relatively light around here, right then?
Oh god, yeah. Keep forgetting. Yeah, we don't need it. I uncast. I made them blind for a minute.
Use the verbal component Control Z.
Yeah, so we are bolting, I think. I don't know if we have anything that's going to help us move any quicker. Does Cora have anything for like traveling over land?
I don't believe you do.
What, to make me go quicker?
To make us all, whether like the group can travel faster or anything.
No, I think I've only got rough terrain, haven't I?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Then we move.
So Cora's made it. So you're going. So stealth be damned. Moving at speed. Following.
Yeah, I think so for now.
Okay. After about half an hour, you do start to see that there is a bit more of an incline. And the trees are becoming quite a bit more dense, but also the rocky outcrops more frequent and pronounced, and much taller as well. You also hear ahead of you in fact, only Cora hears it at first, a slight scraping sound. Just a repeated sort of...
Can I tell where it's coming from?
It is coming from about 100 foot ahead of you.
There's something up there. Barty, can you tell how far away from the Dagger Dog we are?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if it gives me.
I would say if you know its location, you know how far away.
I don't know. Is it not just like a compass and I can feel which direction it's in? Like.
But didn't you say, so link it? I thought you said you know its location, not.
Yeah. I know its location.
I would say if you know its location, because other things like detect object have just said like you know what direction it is in, and. Let me just go back and
So I'm just wondering, like, whether it would work more along the lines of, like, if I was here and it said, you know, I know it's in Nottingham, it doesn't necessarily mean I know how far away it is. You know, I just know where it is. It's not like I've got a little...
just to compare the two quickly, locate object just says you sense the direction it's in. Mind Spike says, where are we? You always know the target's location. I think that is much more specific than knowing the direction. I think you would know it is 800 feet in that direction. Hold on, no, it just went 50 foot. I think you would have.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have like a magic mini map of it, but I think you would have much more specific knowledge of it than locate object. Because
Yeah, it's like
locate
saying-
objects just a cast. This involves a failed save as well.
Sure, but yeah, I get that. So it is whether it is giving me. I know that it is going to do the distance, but I didn't know whether that's something that I know. Like if I was looking at it and I go, no, it's not north. It's in Waterdeep. It's not in Neverwinter. It's in Waterdeep. I know that, but I didn't know whether it was like, oh yeah, it's this far away from me. It's that far away from me.
No, I think you. Well, I'm deciding you're
Yeah,
getting
no, it's fine.
how many feet in which direction. You obviously wouldn't get. It's in a place called the Lost Temple of Isis. But
Sure.
Yeah. You know exactly. So this sound is about 100 foot ahead. The dagger dog seems to have begun moving so slow that it has basically stopped, and it is about 800 foot northeast.
800 foot northeast. Okay, and I relay that.
Longitude and latitude.
Yeah. So I don't know what this thing is. What's the weather like up here?
As you can see.
Okay.
Slight wind, medium snow, extremely cold.
You want to send Norris up there?
Sure, okay.
A maybe perception check as Norris. No advantage because it's not night technically. So as Norris flies up, the trees and rocks become so thick that it looks like to even get to the dagger dog, you would be going past the source of this sound anyway. Norris doesn't see much except there is a patch of snow about 15-20 foot off the natural path next to some rocks on the floor that is just bulging up slightly every few seconds, and you can hear the scrape of what sounds like stone on stone coming from beneath it.
I relay this information to my fellows.
Hmm.
And
What
as
do you
Norris continues to watch, the snow heaves again, and a rotten skeletal arm erupts out and slams down onto the snow and begins to push itself up.
Like a zombie.
How big is this arm, DM?
You ain't there. No, it's...
How big is this arm?
It is human-sized.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was a giant, I wouldn't be like, ah, psych, I didn't tell you it was 20 foot tall.
Oh, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
And as Norris watches this scraping sound, it continues, and ice and snow is like sloughed off, and you see a rotten, ice-covered figure that just sort of stays still for a second and then just turns its head down the path in the direction you know the party wait, and it starts stomping down the hill towards them at speed.
I look at the others and say, no magic. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Very well.
The creature stopped. The dagger dog. Do-do-do-do-do. Maybe we've tracked it to its lair. It's about 800 feet away, and I'm saying this as I know that we can kind of like see a little something like moving towards us.
Yeah,
and kind
definitely.
Of having this casual kind of like, so this is what's happening. The dagger dog's coming. So I think we might have tracked it to his lair. It's definitely slowed down. Hopefully it's pinned in somewhere and won't be able to escape quite as easy. But I don't know how close it needs to be before it detects us.
Based on the scraping we could hear, we thought that the other thing was like 100 foot there, right?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
rapidly getting closer though.
Yeah.
And it is a sort of a high-speed sort of staggering stride coming down towards you. Norris would have seen that it's partially armoured, but very rotten.
Ooh.
And you see it come into view.
It's not Sir Eric come
coming
back,
down
right?
Towards you, sort of jaw hanging off.
He might
it's
have-
much more frozen than this looks.
He might have re-inhabited someone else's body.
Then they say it normally takes like 2 weeks for him to come back around, though.
Or maybe he's very persistent,
Well,
driven.
let's hold. And I kind of like roll my shoulders a little bit and get my shield out and kind of like stood in between. I'll stand slightly in front of Cora. And hopefully Halvor stands slightly in front of me.
I was going to say, are you trying to defend me? You get behind me, mate. I've got 84 HP.
Yeah, but I don't get
Why
hit.
not?
I need a 23 to hit me.
Okay.
40 foot away. Who's at the front?
Halvor by the sound of things.
And the last second I push Cora in front of us all.
20 foot away.
Who
Yeah.
has my sword?
Welcome back, Sir Eric. As good news, we have it right here. And we retrieve it from the bag of holding.
How did you know
My
what
arms are shorter.
Oh, what did he say?
My
arms.
feel shorter.
I'm sure you will still be able to swing a sword just as well.
Give it time. You've only just been born. You'll grow into him. What happened to you?
I presume the beast. I was struck from behind. I had wandered. I saw a companion I don't expect to see. She beckoned to me. It was not her. I presume a trick of the beast.
Yeah, nearly caught me out as well. Luckily for me, Halvor woke up this time.
As I came to, I sensed the beast passing. I knew you would be following it, so I went in the opposite direction. But this is most fortuitous. That is my bow.
Couldn't find her. Perhaps the creature took her. We'll get it
Maybe the
back.
case. It was enchanted after all. Do we pursue?
Gotta put you at rest somehow. You can't keep jumping from body to body. We believe it's about 800 feet up that way.
And he sort of turns and looks up the path towards it and looks at the sort of the trees and rockwork.
I imagine it will lair within the trees, or perhaps in a crevasse.
Hopefully somewhere it's pinned in.
And he nods and just takes the sword and starts weighing it between one and two hands and occasionally mutters about a bow.
We've not got any magic weapons for him, have we?
For
Ez,
him?
actually, can offer him her silvered short sword.
Say she takes it.
Oh, it's actually it's
Don't
not
know.
magic, is it? It's a silvered. It's not a +1 weapon, I don't think. A silvered weapon.
No.
It's been treated.
I have
But
a
it's
silver
good against-
weapon also, but that's it.
But silver's good against undead though, right? And this thing had been rotting. Didn't we look at it like it was like falling apart?
I thought it was more just aberrant.
Could be.
Well, if that's what we've got, that's what we've got. I don't think we've got any spare magic weapons knocking about.
Curse dagger? Should we give him the curse dagger? Gotta take a chance on it at some point.
Listen, mate, you're about to be put to rest. Can you just give us a try for it? Ooh,
Does he not?
actually,
What does he normally wield? His longsword.
Yeah, just longsword.
Does he not want to use that or something? Why are we looking for more weapons?
Because it's not magic, so I was saying,
Ah.
because his bow was magic, so I was like, maybe this thing's got immunity against mundane damage. But we've got to
Maybe.
deal the hand that we've got.
Is his longsword silvered?
No.
So Eric, perhaps you might like this weapon. It has silver in it, so it bypasses the resistance of some monsters. And I'll give him the Urshikari axe.
Okay. He will take it, looks at it, weighs it up, and then just stows it and continues wielding his sword.
Would you be interested in a shield? Keep you alive a bit longer?
He laughs.
It will increase your AC by 2, so it would be much appreciated if you've not got a fucking bow.
Well, I think he's a
He
dual
has
wielder.
yeah, he has typically been dual wielding the sword for that sweet versatile damage. But if you'd like him to
Then-
be tanking, he can try out the sword and board, but he has always been a sword and bow in the time he's been-
Alternatively, I also have the butchered greatsword if he wants to deal out more damage.
Which one would you be handing over to him? He would take anything. So for
I'll let Halvor
brevity's-
decide.
Yeah, for brevity's sake, which one do you want him to wield?
Let's give him the greatsword since
Is the
that's
butchered
more along
sword-
his lines.
Is that heavy?
Yes.
I don't think he's actually proficient with martial. Oh yeah. He can. So let me drag that from you, Halvor. Is that the one? Yeah, butchered greatsword. Okay, yeah. So he has that now.
Very well. Let's go.
Who puts out more damage, you or Cora?
On a consistent basis, probably Cora.
On a single action?
It's probably pretty close, to be honest.
Do you know what? I'll give it. I'm
Probably
gonna try and go with haste, but it gives a +2 bonus to the AC as well, which would benefit you more if you're getting in there, whereas Cora's AC wouldn't necessarily.
True, but mine's also higher by default. So toss up, really.
Well, if it's not attacking her, whereas you're going to be in engaged range all the time, pretty much, aren't you? So you're more likely
Hopefully.
to be attacked. Yeah, well, we'll see. Either that, or I'm keeping blessed up to give us all a 1d4, or I'm putting. Do you know what? This is the thing that I'm looking at my spells, and there's so much crossover. It's like, oh, you get to give somebody an extra action, which is great, but it's like, but is it better than me just concentrating on Fairy Fire and giving everybody advantage?
Mm-hmm.
What did this thing do? Can we remember?
Which?
The Dagger Dog. What spells did it cast on us?
It blinked. It had a stinger, which turned out to be very terrible. Although I don't really remember any fancy effects other than shitloads of damage and a con save of some kind.
Yeah, it was trying to poison us or something, wasn't it?
And biting. I don't remember it using many other magical-ish abilities, although clearly it can. Illusory.
Illusory for sure. Check items. Bear with me. Okay. Never mind. Okay. I think we're just gonna go in and we're gonna prayer it, right?
So you see a point where the direction leads off the path. And Cora, you do immediately notice large, fresh paw prints heading off from like the sort of compact ice of the natural path off into the tree line. And it's around this time
Excellent.
that you feel. It takes a few seconds for it to happen, but the gradual, very much like when you put the air out to a candle, over the course of a few seconds, the magic sputtering out. Bartandalus of your tracking, bringing you up to an hour, but you have some tracks leading you directly off the path.
Does it look like it's going into a crevasse or a caved area?
You just see trees and some rock work behind it from the road.
Okay. Doesn't look like it will be particularly enclosed, does it not?
Not from here.
Okay.
So who's taking the lead?
I will take the lead.
Oh, will you?
Well, we're closing in now.
Are you making a survival check to do the tracking?
Yes.
Then make it.
Cora, will you help me?
Okay.
Cora, how do you help him?
I mean, I'm basically doing the tracking for him and just letting him lead ahead.
Yeah, these tracks head for about just under 100 foot, and then you see in just one of these, it looks like just one of these typical outcroppings of rockwork, you notice what looks to be a very clean, snowless spot of it is actually a rather large hole leading into the ground, into some sort of warren. Or
Oh,
den.
God.
It is about 10, 15, about 10 foot across. You can easily walk in.
If you weren't casting Dark Vision now, I think now would be the time. Although we're now very close to it as well.
I mean, it's going to be 3 level 3s spell slots. If we want to go with it, we can do.
Well, I don't think we can see otherwise.
We have light spells.
Could go with light. Okay, it's up to you. If you want to keep your big blasty spells.
We'll talk about it. I mean, well, let's start with. So it's 3 level 3 spells, and then after that, I will have 1. Oh, sorry, no, it's 3 level 2 spells. So it's all my level 2 spells. I will then have 1 3rd level, 3 4th level, and 2 5th level. So I'm not completely out, but
We've been in like dungeons and caves before and managed to get by with a light spell. So I would rather you have more spells in your arsenal.
do you want me to put it on your shield?
Sure.
Okay. I will put this. I will put the spell on Halvor, on the light spell on his shield. I am going to cast Dark Vision on myself because sometimes I cannot see where Halvor is pointing, so I don't want to be completely blind. But Halvor's always going to have his shield, so he'll at least always be able to see.
Okay. Who's going in?
I lead the way. As Bartandalus casts these spells, we just hit.
Yeah. I look around. Does it look like there's any way to easily block off this area?
Well, what are you looking for? There's no sort of rocks or sort of trees or anything nearby that could be placed over it that's
It would have to be
apparent.
forcing a cave collapse, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then no, we'll not do that.
Okay. Halvor, you start to not slide down, but it is stone after a few feet of sort of ice and snowy loose debris. You are in a stone, surprisingly large, open sort of hollow. I'm loading it for you.
Oh.
Can't imagine what the layout of this map is.
I know, yeah.
Don't.
And you immediately, as you sort of come down and sort of like accidentally kick a stone and it skitters a bit, you hear it skitter twice and then a noticeable silence and then a clatter again, and you can tell that you're on some sort of higher level above another part. Yeah, if you have any of those vision macros, now is the time
Yep.
to change them.
I'm gonna hang back with Ez because I can see she'll be able to follow the light of Halvor, but I want to be near her, I think. So I'll hold up the rear a little bit.
Okay.
What am I looking at?
A tunnel off to the north of you. The sort of bridge you're on drops down to the right onto a platform. You notice of your light there is just some sort of drop down an untold distance. And ahead of you, for a moment at the end of the corridor, in a very horror film style, you do just see a long scorpion-like tail withdraw around the corner.
I kind of hiss back at the party. I saw it. Ahead.
Ahead. These spiderwebs, DM, are they here?
They are, but they're not as pronounced as they are here. They're sort of just frost in-covered. It is not a spidery cave.
Fair play.
The dickhead artist didn't make like a...
I think you'll find I released a full version of all these that were all icy blue caves, so...
Yeah, the only one I could find, it might have been me not looking properly in what I downloaded. The only icy version I could find had all the Star Wars stuff in it and all the Hoth stuff.
I released all of these as blanks, but so you probably not updated.
I've not got that now.
No.
Okay, cool. So I was like, oh, there's a horse in there. There's so many questions of why there's a horse there.
Yeah, but there's a blank version of that one anyway, without the pack horse.
Okay,
There's
well,
Hoth.
yeah, I obviously need to update my stuff. So what's everyone doing?
I'm hanging back near Esmeralda, so I'll make sure she's in front of me.
I'm gonna walk on with Halvor.
Can everyone make me a perception check as well?
I say to the party, we need to make sure it doesn't escape.
Artandalus again. To the east, you see a sudden movement from one slightly less shadowy area into another. You hear nothing. You just see a rapid dart of something huge.
Huge and daggery shaped.
Huge and daggery shaped, perhaps.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to help, but I'm going to move forward in a stealthy fashion.
You moving, Cora? Oh, I can see all skulls, pile of skulls over there. Ah.
Where are the skulls?
Over here.
I don't see no skulls.
I'm afraid no ghosts. Over here, not where I'm stood, where I'm pinging.
Yes, I just see blackness. How do you see that?
Because I have dark vision turned on.
Yeah, but I've got dark vision.
Maybe hers is wrong.
No, he has the spell. Oh yeah, his seems to be a very big range. Oh no, 60.
No. Yeah, all these
And
cannons
yet
are very, very
Cora-
small.
Cora's is set to. Cora's is set to 40. Not sure why.
She's aging. My
Hey.
eyes are weak.
What was that?
My eyes are weak. I can't see anymore. In character, but in real life, still so young and healthy and fit.
Yeah.
Should we have Ez and Sir Eric bar the entrance?
I mean, do we think that 2 people are going to stop it going through?
Valid point.
We know which way it's going to try and get out if it tried. We can always try and cut it off if we can.
I continue at a slow pace.
Looking across the sort of bridge that you're now heading towards, Alvor, you just see a large pair of yellow eyes glow at you from the other side. Can everyone roll me initiative, please? And let me know what you think of that combat sheet.
Interesting. The combat tracker sheet page.
Now also has the chat log in it for minimal tabbing between the two. Or
Oh, that's good.
Or so I hope.
Yeah, because I had it popped out for that event. Yeah, so that's good.
Where's my music gone? Oh, because the playlist is called Dagger Dagger Dog. not what it actually
Can we
is.
go urinate before we get into combat?
Go for it.
Cup of tea!
Cup of tea? That's not a wee.
I'll
Right,
put
but
the
they
kettle on.
do go so well together.
No walking around the break. Imagine Perkin. He's so sarcastic. There's a ready check module I should have got that I saw that makes everyone click. Reminds you very much of World of Warcraft Raiden, where everyone has to click I'm back. And they're back at their machine. three things. Do we have Halvor back?
Yes.
Do we have Cora back?
I think she's just finishing making the tea.
Well, first up is Ez, and she and Sir Eric are told to hold the gate, and nothing has occurred yet, so she will be taking a dodge action.
They are holding the gate?
I thought you said you've been told to hold the gate. That's why they've.
And I said, well, Halvor said it, and I said, are two people going to be able to stop it? And he said, oh yeah, it's a good point. So I'm presuming they're not.
So what would you want them to be doing?
Move them the rest of us. Ooh, what's that red mist?
That's the aurora spilling in from outside. A little bit of aurora light.
I like it.
Well, it's one of those daft things of combat where it's like Halvor's seen something. Are we to believe that Ez, who did not see it and is like 30 foot away around the corner, has run around and responded to that before Halvor would?
Well, I don't know. I think we would have all been moving together.
Cora
No.
is now back.
Ez hasn't. Yeah, Halvor hasn't reacted to it, though, has he? So she wouldn't
No.
necessarily know.
Well, Halvor can't really see it yet.
Just for glowing eyes. I will therefore have Ez preemptively put up. Oh no, actually, no, it doesn't last very long. She wouldn't blow that until new. Fuck a duck. I'm gonna have Ez hold that turn. So I've actually cast invisibility on someone. Would any of you be wanting Ez's invisibility?
I don't know whether the dagger dog can see through it if it can sense magic.
Right.
So I would say it's a waste of a spell.
Okay, she will just hold an action that if anything gets in range of her, is going to attack it.
Well,
In the midst of you all, you, Bartandalis, just for half a moment, see what looks to be a small black moat sort of float in the air in front of you all until it rapidly explodes out into pure black and shadow. Your light spell, Bartandalis, is that a spell of second level or lower?
no, it's a cantrip.
So yes, it is below
yeah,
second
yeah,
level.
so yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I was like, at that, at that. Then your light is snuffed out. Anyone
I'm
with
dead.
dark vision cannot see
Oh no!
inside this. And that includes non-magical. That includes both magical and non-magical darkness.
So they can't see inside that circle, but if I was on the other side of the circle, could I see stuff opposite me?
No, it blocks vision. It also drifts around corners. So inside that is just complete blackness now. If Bartandalis were to step outside it, he'd need to reignite his spell or recast his dark vision. Oh no, he wouldn't have to recast dark vision, you can't see it. If you step out of it, Cora, you're able to see outside of it normally, but you can't see through it.
Yeah, it's the same with me. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it hasn't. You would have to recast light, I believe. Because it says the spell, the light is dispelled. It doesn't say about dispelling your dark vision. Just you can't see with dark vision inside it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Cora, you're up.
Hold on, Alex is doing some change.
Well, Halvor and Bartender, let's be thinking about what you're going to do.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the other side of this thing then, so that's 5. So that would take me just out of the vision, right? So now I can see my dagger dog.
You can.
I'm gonna fire some. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do my hunter's mark and then fire some arrows at it.
Okay.
Is this the sort of space where Norris might be able
It
to
is a
fly?
low-ceilinged cave.
So is that a no?
I think it would be. You could have advantage on it, but I don't see how. I don't see how flyby could safely work in this cramped tunnel. This is like.
So,
10,
but I can
15
have
foot
an
high
advantage.
ceilings. You can. So yeah, Halvor, you're on deck.
How high is the ceiling, did you say?
About 10, 15 feet.
10, 15 feet from this level, so, and we're about
Yeah.
10 feet high, so it's about 40 feet from the ground to ceiling, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the pit in the middle, who knows?
Who knows?
Goes all the way through.
I know! I need the map!
So that wasn't with advantage, but I've attacked him.
It was
Oh,
actually with advantage.
But you weren't
Is Midi
targeting it, I don't
Qualn
think.
on? Yes, she
I am
was.
targeting him.
Midi Qual is on.
No, it isn't.
What the fuck? Why would I ever have disabled that module?
You idiot.
What the fuck is going on? Oh, I better not need all the settings redoing.
I think it should remember them. It usually does. But if she attacks it again, we can test it.
Yeah, you want to attack it again?
Yes, that looks as we would expect.
Excellent. Yeah,
But not
roll
as
damage.
good.
I mean, it's just a hit is a hit, and it wasn't a crit. So yeah, just click damage. Nice.
Cool. I'm going to attack him again.
Okay. That one's not advantage, remember? Oh, that was so nearly a nat 20. My god, you have such big hits.
Oh.
Go on, roll damage. Nice. Okay. Anything else from you?
I've gone 30 foot, and
You've moved, attacked, and
So-
you've bonused.
does if I move back into the dark, would I know whether or not that would hide me from the dagger dog or not?
You don't know.
I'm gonna do it anyway to be safe.
Okay. Halvor, you're up.
I step out of the darkness. I can barely see in front of my face, sadly. With the amount of vision you've given us, would you say that I have enough vision in here to be able to see where I'm stepping, or can I not see anything?
You would be able to not fall off the ledge, yeah.
Okay.
Your axe has a very faint glow, doesn't it? We set the axe of war and see it. That a sting level. I've given you 5 foot. Yeah, you could ensure that you were not going to go walking straight off the edge.
Then I will in fact engage. I'm gonna go ahead and march right up to El Daggery Dog. And then, with a surge of adrenaline, I'm gonna start attacking it.
Okay.
This is something I wasn't expecting. It says apply active effects.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Well, I've figured it out, but I might need to work out how that works. It's been updated. Anyway, I swing.
Nice.
Is it intended that I am blessed?
Bartenderless?
Say again, sorry? What are you
Am I
asking me?
supposed to be blessed?
No.
Because I don't see the effect on me, so I don't know where this is coming from.
must be
Passive effects, inactive effects.
It would have probably been a good idea blessing you before you died.
Okay,
Although it might
I'm just going to delete it out of special traits because it's lingered.
Okay. Yep, so that hits. Roll your damage.
And I'll swing again. Sadly, the second one misses. That is the end of my turn.
As you attack and hit it, and then you swing that second one, it goes wide. As the swing goes wide, you see the tail quiver. But this time, instead of darting forward with a sting, it just comes absolutely hammering round in a large sweep.
Oh god, it's going to try and knock me off.
Tail sweep legendary. Oh, it's in a lair. It's got lair action. God, we're all dead.
Oh, that look, it was cocked on a 20 for me. Then I was like, oh lordy!
Halvor falls 400 feet to his death. The end.
Sir Eric.
Oh, and can I maybe shout, Bartandalus, a little light!
I'm already on it.
Oh. So Eric, with only his sword, comes marching around. Oh, he can obviously dash. As far as he can get. Oh yeah, he can make a swing then. Just.
Not if he uses action to dash.
Oh shit! What a stupid thing for me to say. Oh, he's a rogue now, didn't you know? Okay, so that is him. It is the Dagger Dog's turn. It will.
It will.
The tail comes stinging forward at you, Halvor. Missing, and then it sweeps around. Hitting you. And you are knocked 10 foot.
Oh,
Is he knocked off?
He is.
Is he
Why is-
falling?
Why is it trying to do the Dagger Dog's turn again? No. Not heal the Dagger Dog. What the hell? It's asking me hundreds of times if I want to apply effects to the Dagger Dog. That's very strange. Right. And then, before I address what happens to Halvor, it will move back, which will trigger an attack of opportunity from Sir Eric, wielding his new Butcher's Greatsword. Butchered Greatsword.
ooh. Can I have used my reaction to uncanny dodge that?
So kind of dodged which?
To the attack that hit me.
The attack, let's have a look. The attack is just an attack, and if it hits, you are pushed 10 foot in the direction of their choose. No save wasn't involved, just a hit.
That's fine. Uncanny dodge is just damage reduction.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, Bartandalus, be thinking about what you're going to do, sorry. It's going to start moving. If I just go to here. Halvor, you have fallen 70 feet onto cold, hard floor.
How much damage does that Do me.
Nice.
7d6.
Isn't your first 10 free?
No.
I thought your first 10 foot was free.
You can climb down. You can jump down voluntarily 10 feet without taking damage.
Ah, okay. So yeah, so 7d6.
Fuck.
Oh, good lord!
Jesus. Yeah, so mark off 30 HP and we'll come back to you on your turn.
And he's in the pitch black down there.
Yes.
Okay.
Bartandalus, you're up.
Okay, so, okay, well, I am stepping out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm kind of like on the wall, scrambling around.
Every time I'm like, actually, you would have fucking spider climb. Every time I forget. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I'm going up towards the ceiling. As I'm coming round, I kind of like see Halvor kind of like being knocked off and he's on his way down. There's like nothing I can do, and I will cast daylight.
Okay. I think that's higher than second level.
It is. So daylight illuminates. Hold on, let me just plop it here. So I'm going to do it around about here. Boom! Oh, good lord!
God, I always forget the range of that spell.
It's 60 feet, and then 60 feet bright light, and then 60 feet dim light beyond that.
Leave that to me. It's not concentration, is it? Either, I think, daylight.
No, it just lasts for an hour.
Yeah. So 60. So what? 60 bright, 120 dim. Did you say?
It's 60 bright, and then another 60.
Just imagine being outside this cave suddenly. Out the door.
Oh, it's like John Travolta opening the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. And it also dispels that darkness spell.
Oh, that's to turn the intensity of that down slightly. Yeah, it does. Does absolutely blast that out. That would, so let me just also do something else here, because in addition to that, I need to go and drop a dim version of it for Halvor. Oh shit. Take him back instead.
You know, it's really funny, and I'd forgot to do it. Well, no, it wasn't that I forgot to do it. I didn't get the chance to do it because we had to run. I was gonna change my spells, and I was gonna pick up fly.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this would be 0 at this height. This would be. No, do you know what? Makes no sense doing it that way. This almost with you. Sorry, Bartandalus. Tone that down. Tone that down. At least. However, you can see where you have landed. And you can see with the bright light.
What the fuck?
The things on the wall. Okay, so back to Bartandalus. So yes, you have cast some light. I'm going to delete the template because the light effect is there. And it's just less clutter on the screen.
Cool.
Oh, where is it? I can't take
I placed it near the bridge around here. I think like it's here. I think there's like a little. Do you want me to delete it?
Yeah, if you can see it, yes, please. I can see the light effect for some reason. No, I'm just being an absolute idiot. Bing.
There you go.
Done. Okay, yeah, so rest of your turn, Bartandalus.
Did you delete the darkness thing as well? Yeah.
I did.
Then yeah, no, I'm just moving up onto the roof, so I'm like 40 feet off the floor, and that is my go.
Okay, do you want to put your height on your token for me?
I do.
Esmeralda. Now, well and truly seeing what is going on, is going to step up and then just drop down. Dropping down 10 foot doesn't use any of your movement, does it?
No.
No, I don't think so. And we'll move a bit more forward, we'll hug the wall, having seen what happened to Halvor, and she is going to cast Lightning Bolt. So she will thrust her fingers forward with that small glass tuning fork and shout, "Inatinsi Rajite!" Why are you asking me to roll it twice, Priest? Might have to pick that. Yeah, you don't get it twice. Oh, a point as well. It is trembling. Its legs are trembling in like a spasmy seizure way as it moves around.
Oh, right. Oh, it's still poisoned.
Yeah, 7 days.
Shit, boy!
So just a
God,
solid
what did it
blast.
do? It fucked it up.
Dexterity.
Dexterity saves, didn't it?
The lightning goes shooting out, hits the creature, blasts a load of ice and stone off the wall. That is Esmeralda. Next, before Cora can act, Bartandalus, as you're up there on the ceiling, making your way towards it, having cast this this spell, you just see from small holes in the rockwork a core. Actually, no, that is the wrong thing. Sorry, the creature. I know we've done a similar effect recently, but it turned its head in your direction and very much John Coffey's, and a huge cloud of insects comes spilling out and rapidly shoots across the room over towards you up on the ceiling.
Oh, what a feeling!
Oh,
Okay.
that's the wrong thing. It is that one. So you are lightly obscured within that cloud of buzzing, stinging insects. Can you please make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, Bartandalus?
I can try. Saving throw, normal.
You take half of this.
Oh, good lord. That doesn't sound good.
Take 6 psychic damage. And the way they're still stinging in and biting away, you can tell that if you stay here, if you are still here in 6 seconds, they will continue stinging you a lot. Okay. Cora, you're up.
So, if I conjure some beasts,
I apologise. I'm sorry, Cora. You're actually in that as well, where it's here, and it does specifically say it goes around corners. So can you please make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw before we do your roll? Your turn. That's a DC 15 Constitution saving throw for Cora.
is that good?
She doesn't have a D4, that is wrong.
So you fail. So you take. You take 8 psychic damage. Can you please mark that off your character sheet, Cora? So these bugs are stinging at you, and you sense as well that if you're still in this cloud at the end of this turn, you're taking another load of stings.
And what is it that's cast it? Just something from a gap in the wall?
No, sorry, I changed, but I was reading the wrong thing. It's the creature. It opened its mouth, and they all just came spilling out.
Oh, the dagger dog did it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's its attack. Okay.
Well, it's actually a lair action, but it was a cool flavour for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my thing with stuff like this. Like,
Sorry?
so this is my thing. So is that something that could have been counterspelled?
No,
Okay.
it is just a lair action.
Okay.
So yeah,
So-
Cora, you're up.
So if I conjure some beasts to go down and help Halvor, can 2 of them work together to carry him or not?
Well, we flew on the owls.
Yeah.
I know, but we don't have a lot of space here, so I was thinking that owls may not be possible.
Oh shit, I had to point there at the size of them. Let me have a look. Where are we?
Yeah, I bet.
Giant. pull one off. I would.
Are they bigger than a dagger dog?
No.
But they need to go down the
So
hole.
Oh fuck! I dragged them onto the hole and automatically teleported it. They could on this side. Maybe two could get down there and work together. You could get more down there one at a time, but multiple things trying to carry the same person up will struggle more than two up there.
But
See,
you
what-
only need to do one owl though, yeah? So it's too
What-
small. Yeah, no.
I'm guessing
What I
she's
was
trying to say, can two people dig a hole faster than Go on, Cora.
What I was going to do was actually conjure some giant wolf spiders.
Oh, nice!
So can I do
I
that?
presume that if that is a spell that if that is an animal your spell can do, then
It is.
absolutely.
I can have
And-
8 of those, but
and
they
they
can't
obviously-
carry him on his own, which is why I ask. They'd have to work together.
That's pretty baller.
Yeah, so
They could
giant.
cast webs. They could cast webs. Can they cast web?
Let's
Yeah, I think
find
so.
out. Giant wolf spider. Oh no, it's a top.
Yeah, they've got web sense and web walker. Does that mean they can cast him as well?
That will be an action.
Well, I have a wand of web, so fuck it.
Yeah,
Just say
absolutely.
if we could cover this hole up, that would be useful.
So let me just go here. So summons, I'm adding giant wolf spider into our summons, and you are summoning 8
I
giant
am,
wolf spiders, are you?
indeed.
Oh, are they normal size? They're medium. Giant wolf spiders are medium.
Yeah, they're only medium. That's
Oh,
partly
okay.
why I was choosing them, because they were smaller than the...
I know it's the usual thing, Cora. I'm dropping them here just so they're out, and then I'm sure you will dictate after that.
Good idea, Cora.
Thanks.
Excellent idea, Halvor. Right.
Make sure you
Hey,
get
no,
out. Okay.
No
me!
joke, I know. Right, where do you want them to be?
Well, first I'm going to move out of this thing that's going to keep giving me psychic damage and hide in this corner over here, if I can, where all the skulls are.
It starts to get quite tight there. There's like a gap you can squeeze through.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay, yeah.
And then I would like to send 3 of the spiders, actually 4 of the spiders down to Halvor, so hopefully 2 of them will carry them until he'll fight whatever monsters are down there. 1 of them to stick by me, and the other 3 to attack Dagger Dog. Do-do-do-do-do.
Okay, so that one is your. So move to where you want to go.
It's not letting me because I've collided with walls. Oh, there we go.
Should be able to move the rest of the way now.
Yeah, cool.
That's interesting. Why aren't you able to? Your vision doesn't seem to be doing what I would expect it to do normally, Cora.
No, I can't see properly into that room, can I?
No, that's very odd. You now have no vision. Has Halvor toggled your vision? Well, we'll investigate that. But I'm just going to move you onto it and see if that helps. Cora, you stepping around that corner, see... Do you see that now?
What is that?
I'll leave that there. Okay, so let me just roll all these bloody spiders on the initiative.
Yay, spiders! Banana Man and Spider Man.
Spanada man.
Eats lots of bananas and turns into a spider.
Just
Man.
jump down to the other map. Oh, we all haven't appeared. Oh, there we have.
What's the cast range on your summoned creatures?
As in, how far away can I cast them?
Yeah.
Oh, what from her? I think it's 60 foot, isn't it?
And how many do you get? You just get these 4?
I get whatever up to a value of 2, and these are like a quarter each.
So she could cast them already close to the bottom of the pit.
She can't. She can see down there because of daylight.
Yeah.
So she could. I mean, I've spawned 4 of them down. I'm not taking this as being their movement anyway. I've
Just
dropped
dropped
them on there. Yeah.
So they could already be on the walls, like almost like close to the bottom anyway, I guess.
Yeah, I've dropped
Yeah,
a nice
60
little
foot.
ring around Halvor. Okay, I'm gonna get to the bottom of a round, and then I'm gonna go and do 2. And then I'm gonna do a round for Halvor because it's better than just jumping initiative between the
Yeah,
two. So we'll get to the bottom here. Cora, anything else from you?
No.
Okay. Mrs. the Giant Wolf Spider, you says is going to stick with you, so that will
Yeah,
keep the
he's
dodge
gonna guard
action
me.
next to you.
When the DM says anything else, Cora, the answer is yes. I shout, Halvor, these spiders that are suddenly appearing.
He'll know. He knows what I'm like by now.
Yeah,
If
they've all
the
got,
spider's
like-
coming from my direction,
They all have. Oh,
They're all branded. They've all got
yeah.
I've got bows on the back.
What brand
Yeah.
would it be? The spider hits. Sir Eric. Rushes in and attacks once again with the Butcher's Greatsword. But misses. And it will reply to his attack by turning and biting at him. Doing heavy damage. And now it is the turn of the Dagger Dog itself.
Oh, all the health turned off again. We can't see anybody's health. Like, not even our own. Oh, hold on.
Hey?
I'm on the wrong thing. I'm on the wrong thing.
Oh,
I'm on the...
I was gonna say, I was like, the fuck?
Okay, I can't see Esmeralda's or Sir Eric's again.
No. I don't know why, because I changed it
Yeah,
last
you
session.
did.
Very
You did it on the
odd.
polar bear one. The polar bear one, yeah.
Yeah. Leave it with me. I'll look at that later. Okay, now being its turn, it is going to, first of all, it is going to bite at this spider that has dared to approach it.
What was the bite against Sir Eric already then, if it wasn't its turn?
That was in response to it attacking him.
Oh! This thing has got some stuff going.
That spider disappears in a fey explosion, and then it will lash out with its sting. That's it, Eric.
Sweet release! We just need to carry like bodies around for Sir Eric.
You say. And then it is going to remain where it is. Keep the fight there.
Ooh.
Next spider. I haven't checked their movement. I presume they're 40. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
yeah, 40.
Are two of them not going down?
It hasn't got to them yet. Oh no, sorry. So, no, I've already moved ones onto the other map. Everyone that's still up here is part of the Attack the Dagger Dog squad.
Yep.
Alvor's already got his gang with him.
Oh,
Did
I
you
thought
still
there was
have
only
eight?
4.
No, it
I
was
thought
fucking
there
8.
Oh, was there? Oh, so you put them onto the other map. Okay.
Yeah. Hey. Good bite, good bite. Bartandalus, it's you.
Okay, so this is psychic damage. This is, even though it wasn't cast, this is a magical effect, yeah? What I'm being attacked by.
Doesn't look like it. It's just a swarm of bugs.
Oh, so it's natural. Okay. Oh. Shit.
They're in you. They're in and stinging. They fill the entire sphere with just a John.
But they're doing
Starfire
psychic
buzzing.
damage.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why.
Okay.
He's
And they
mentally
came out of-
drained by being stung.
They came out of its mouth.
They did.
It's basically summoned a new creature, essentially. Okay.
I suppose, yeah.
Okay, well, right. Then I'm not going to do that then. Fuck.
It's not a creature in terms of attack opportunity. You only you feel like you can get away from them if you.
No, it's not that. It was
Oh,
whether
yeah,
because
cool.
it was whether if this was like the results of a spell effect, in which case I was going to use dispel magic.
Oh,
But
I
if it's like a thingy, then Which, to be fair, is actually probably quite meta, which I guess I wouldn't have necessarily known. Okay, I am going to... definitely going to move. One... Not off this wall, I'm not. Ugh. Can you drag me over the wall? I'm trapped behind it.
What, to the other side? To like there? Do you
No,
mean?
no. Away, because I'm going along the ceiling now.
Towards a bridge? Or just across? Oh,
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can go wherever the fuck you want on the ceiling.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, yeah, just ping where you want to go, and I'll move you there.
How come I can't move myself?
Don't know, because there's no wall. Oh yeah, I know what you like about invisible walls. I didn't want anyone stepping into the teleport zones.
Oh, okay. Then yes, I'll finish there-ish.
On the ceiling.
What a feeling. And I will
Slapping
cast...
the last couple of bugs off as you go.
Yeah.
That's your action. No, come on.
I am going to cast slow.
Okay.
Did that grab him?
Does, yeah.
Yeah, boy! So he now...
I know we've set precedent. I know we've done this before, but I question the logic in being able to center a spell 40 foot inside a wall.
Oh no! I mean, I could have moved it over, but it doesn't have to affect Sir Eric and the spider. So I didn't want to.
Yeah, of course, you're choosing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, so it failed its wisdom saving throw. So it's got a -2 penalty to AC and a -2 to dexterity saving throws, including disadvantage.
Yeah.
And it can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either a single action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. Yada yada yada, if and when we do it, and then it might fail. I think it goes on to the next turn or something. So if it makes a spell that has a casting time of an action, then it has to roll a d20. And that is my go. So I don't know whether this thing that it these flies that it has summoned, whether it has to move them with a bonus action, or whether that's
they just seem to remain there on on the ceiling.
Oh, okay. So it's an area thing. Well, we'll see when it's my turn. Isn't it? And that is my go.
Okay. In the pit, these spiders start scuttling down towards you, Halvor, as you see these horrible, viscous, black pools start to come just weeping out of the wall and coalesce into into huge, putrid, oily creatures. You can just smell this really sort of acerbic smell down here, Halvor, and you see obviously just remains littered on the floor around you. These spiders come over to you. So 2 are to assist, 2 are to attack. I'm going to say if you're going to be involved, unless you're being picked up and carried off, I'm going to say the 2 after you can be bearing you off once you've gotten them. The 2 before you are going to start attacking. Which one would you like them to attack anything they see, Cora, or do you want them just to defend Halvor?
Well, I would like 2 of them to be focusing on trying to get Halvor out of the situation. The other 2 can attack.
Can you share Halvor's map with us now that it's lit up so we can see it?
I don't think I can because you're not on it.
Can we have vision on Halvor's token? As observers?
Don't
worry about it, it's not big enough.
I think.
As a side note, I accidentally activated the campaign map, so can you pull me back to the map because I can't see?
Oh yeah, I need to go to you down there, don't I? Oh, that's no good. But right, here we go. There we go. You You should now be on it.
Ah, yes, with my army of spiders.
So yeah, so these 2 spiders at the top, which are right next to enemies, and for you are going to attack the creature. That one, they would be sensible and go for the same thing, I think, for his command. Sort of splitting their damage across unrelated enemies. It doesn't even get to you yet. It's so slow.
What's down there? Like an ooze or something?
3 black puddings.
Oh no, dude!
This slow thing comes drifting out in these big undulating pushes from the wall, and a huge tarry appendage just shoots out of it and slaps a spider. But misses. Okay, Halvor, you have your spiders. These 2 spiders are next to you, sort of chittering away, looking up at you expectantly with 16 black beady eyes.
I figure I might as well attack the black pudding before we leave. So I will.
Okay. Nice. As you cut through it and it splashes off, the part of it that touched you just immediately begin to sting.
Oh, shit.
You are going to take 1d8 acid damage. Please apply 3 acid damage to yourself.
Well, I'm raging, so I'll reduce it to 1.
Are you raging?
I adrenaline surged at the top of the before I fell down.
Yes.
No
yeah, it's been a long time for me, but it is 1 round for you, isn't it? Of course. And you definitely took damage on it.
I did. Being splashed in the face with burning acid, I'm not actually going to attack it a second time. I'm going to go and mount the spiders and not provoke opportunity attacks because of my rakish audacity.
Your weapon is magical, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. That's fine. As you step back from it, it will lash out at you, though.
But it won't because of my rakish audacity.
Yes, sorry. You did say that. Yes, of course. But it is more rakish for you. Okay. So what are you doing now then?
Just mounting the spiders and...
Mounting the spiders, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, being carried away, hopefully.
Okay. These spiders, I'm going to say, with their combined carrying, they can move. Let's have a look. They should be able to try carry 40 each, so that's 20 carried. So they can get you 20 foot. But they can dash whilst carrying you. So they can get to 40 foot with their spider climb.
What's Halvor's climb speed?
He didn't know. He's not a spider climb, has he?
What is the rule on climb speed?
Didn't you have something for climbing better?
I do.
Oh, is it you that's got it?
So you are 40 foot up. Oh, you've already done it to yourself. Very good. However, unable to attack you, it will have lashed out at this spider, as it moves away. Because it's not a case of you automatically succeed of rakish audacity. It's the fact it cannot make it against you, can it? So its reaction is not used. So it will lash out at that spider instead. And it. Spider is kaput. So you are carried by 1 spider. So you would not have got as far up.
Well, I think technically it's probably not strong enough to carry me and all my equipment. To the south, does that look like a tunnel exit, or is it just another cubby hole?
It's just a cubby hole. This is obviously not a mad cartographer map. This is another map I just saw. Oh, this is a little pit area in. I will wall it off. Okay, so you can either start climbing by yourself, or try to extricate one of those other spiders out to carry you, or call up for Cora to send another spider down?
I will start climbing. Apparently, standard climb speed is half movement, so I can move 25
Okay.
and presumably action dash, although not this turn because I've used my action. So I'm just going to start climbing the wall.
Okay.
It looks rocky enough to do so.
It is very, very rough and rocky. So that spider now not carrying you. Cora, if that spider's unable to carry him, would you want it to join him with attacking, or would you want one to kind of just flank Halvor up the
guard him,
wall?
yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, sliding 20 foot up the wall alongside you comes one of these. What is the reach on the pseudopod? It is still only 5 foot, so coming up, it is going to slap out at your spider companion with its gooey pseudopod arm. As you're climbing up and towards this bright light, and this spider coming up, chittering next to you, and like even as it fades away, sort of Thanos style, you just see this large, tarry, just length being pulled back towards the creature that's sliding up the wall. This one is going to lash out at one of the spiders attacking it. Possibly a hit. Another spider extinguished. And this last spider, true to its command, will attack the pudding. Hitting. Okay, right. Back upstairs. As Halvor ascends. Top of the round, it is Esmeralda. She is going to just close the gap and is going to do her combo. Comes in a huge thrust on the rapier. Oh, gets it right under the under its breastbone.
Nice.
Digs in a heavy one, and she's going to swing follow up with the with a magic axe. Which hits, and then finally
Does it have its -2 on? It's on its AC. Did you lower its AC?
Yeah, I changed it manually to avoid having to fiddle with it all the time. So 3 hits. Comes in feeling bold, and seeing how slow the creature's moving, she ducks back out afterwards as well. And its eyes flit towards her, but it just doesn't seem to take any sort of action. Because it can't take reaction. Which wolf spider is that? Wolf spider closes over. Comes in and attacks. Corey, you're up in a second.
Yep.
What we want to do in terms of time? We want to get to the bottom of this round, or are you feeling good to keep going for a bit, Cora? What's your day been like and looking like?
I've got to be up early again.
So bottom of this round, and Halvor's little cave bit, should we call it there, and pick it up?
Yep.
Yep.
Go.
Okay. The cloud of insects disperses, and another cloud, like mote of darkness seems to appear, and it explodes out on you, Bartandalis, and that black choking fog just comes out and blocks your vision, but over the course of just like half a second it then just burns off beneath the daylight and fizzles. You hear...
Oh, was that an auto lair action?
Frustrated roar from the creature. Cora, it's you.
Oh, I'm torn as to whether to step out and start fighting the dagger dog or investigate this weird thing that's behind here.
Ooh.
You know what? Sod it. I'm gonna see what the hell this thing is. I'm gonna go and look at this weird thing that's here. What the fuck is it?
What that thing directly in front of you? I'll
Yes.
give it to you as a free action, but you can see that is a very, very old, tattered, weathered cloth. Soiled, filthy, maybe used to be, I don't know, a flag or a blanket or a sleeping bag.
Okay, that's not half as exciting as I thought it was, so I'm gonna ignore that now. I thought it was gonna be like some.
I presume you can see what's next to it as well with your vision, yeah?
Oh yeah, all the jewels and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, sure, I'll take those. It's got like a dagger and some stuff in there.
There's too much there for you to just grab in one action. So it's more of a either not be in the rest of the fight while you bag it all, or make a mental note for later.
Mental note for later then,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go out here and fire some arrows at the dagger dog.
Go for it.
It's already hunter's marked. Do I still get advantage?
Yeah, if Norris is making a swoop, yeah.
Sure.
Hits.
And again.
Oof!
Have you rewalled this map?
Oh, I don't know, probably.
You are gross.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna shout down in case Hal wasn't already realised, but I think he probably has. Halvor! Trust the spiders! By the way. And then I'm gonna step back behind my spider friend.
Nice.
Spider friend.
You see the creature look at you as your arrow hits it, and its eyes just sort of just glimmer for a moment with just this anger, and it just leans down and chomps out at one of the spiders.
Yeah,
in front
fuck
of it.
you, dagger dog.
Possibly. Oh no.
I just look at him and go, do 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 do.
That spider. is
Jesus,
distinguished.
40 damage.
That's all from you, then. Yeah. Your other spider that's next to you will continue to hit the dodge action and just be a guard for you. Sir Eric. You hear a crack of bone, Bartandalus, as Sir Eric took a nasty bite before. You see like a twisted knee just suddenly straighten back up with a sickening crunch. As he, above his head, swings down this butcher's greatsword once again.
There's above his head a little green
Misses.
cross as he starts regenerating.
Green cross. Yeah, he misses, and as he does, the dagger dog tail juts out towards him.
Does it still have reactions with Slayer?
These are not reactions. I have specifically gone and looked up. I've just gone and looked at 3 different sites in the last turn. The general consensus on legendary actions versus slow, and they are not affected by it. However, even though he fails the saving throw, he is immune to poison, being a man of the undeath. Now it is Dagger Dog's turn. It is going to focus everything on Sir Eric, I think. He's wailing on it.
As long as everything is a single attack.
Yes, it can only make a single attack.
Make the one that counts then.
I should not have reminded you.
Adios!
I hope he was standing. Oh no, too late. I hope he should have been standing right next to the wall so he couldn't get pushed off.
Sir Eric takes You just see Sir Eric come tumbling down past you, landing with a heavy, heavy crunch on the floor in the midst of these. Well, there's only 2 on the floor, but yeah, you see him go down, and he goes down heavily. What did you say? There was a reduction to movement with slow? Was it half?
Half. Yeah.
And it can't make an attack and a bonus, can it?
No.
Okay. That is the dagger dog. That wolf spider would have made an attack of opportunity on him as he went, which it will now do.
There's no other exits here that we're not seeing that you've decided are there.
No, except that big hole in the ceiling he's heading towards. Bartandalis, you're up, and then it's Haldor's pit, and then we're done, Lindsay.
Is the wolf spider not doing anything? Oh, it missed.
Yeah, it was attack opportunity, which it made and missed.
But now it's turning to, or is it another one?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, absolutely. It closes in and it will make an attack. Which was a miss, and now it's Bartandalis.
As it has cleared Sir Eric, I start one. Oh, why can't I move again? There we go. So I 1, 2. Can't get over the wall, but whatever. I'm going to be moving over. I'm going to be moving over this way in a minute.
Over the pit,
and
yeah?
yeah.
I don't want to be teleported down.
Put me on the other side. You can put me over here. Cool. And as I'm backing up, I take out a tiny ball of bat guano. Fireball. And just kind of like blasts it against the side of this. What's the spicy fuck?
Can't you see the spider's been yelling, no, please, I'm flammable, father, please, no!
Didn't attack it, missed it. So kind of like catches against the wall and kind of like blasts.
5th level. Oh, and it has disadvantage on the dex save as well.
And the -2. Is the -2
the
rolled
-2
in?
to the AC, do you mean? That's
It gets It gets -2 to dex and disadvantage.
Oh wow, then that will not. Right, I'm gonna roll this manually instead of you surrendering it to the spell, because the spell will do all sorts of fuck ups of it. So dexterity save and throw, modifier -2 and disadvantage is a 5, so it fails. So you roll the level 5 damage manually. Because I think if you get the spell now, it will still try to go re-roll. Oh no, I only did half.
Well, shall I not just do it anyway in case it does get it and you can add on the extra? Because you're going to be adding it on anyway, aren't you? It's either going to deal full damage or it's going to deal half damage.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Be big, be big, be big! What the... Where's my damage come up? Oh, 35.
Huh.
That's shit, 10d6. Oh,
That is perfectly average.
perfectly average.
3 6s, 3 1s. Beautiful.
Well, it takes all 35 of it anyway.
And the other dice were 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then I'm kind of like scuttling backwards across the ceiling, upside down.
Yeah,
and that is...
It looks hurting.
And I am going to... I'm going to hold my bonus action to cast Misty Step if this thing tries to fucking YOLO. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't. You're right. So used to doing it, but yes, no, I am not allowed to do that unless I cheat.
I could hear Mr. Dex keyboard talking on the Twitch chat already. So yeah, what are you doing?
That's my turn. That's my turn.
Okay, last things down in the pit. The spider continues to obey its command and attack Lepud.
Is this thing looking rough as chuff now, Deanne?
Yeah, it's looking hurting. That hits. There's damage. The first pud moves in on Sir Eric, who's not even got up from being prone yet. And you know what? It's not going to attack him. It's... Oh, actually... No, I always forget that. Black puddings are like the only ones who don't have engulf. So it is just going to attack him. Hits. Oh, now, let's check something. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So Eric is looking bad. He's looking real bad. Next up, Halvor. 25 feet up the wall, climbing. Spider next to you. No, wait, that spider blew up, didn't he? Yeah, that spider be gone.
It did. Well, I'm 25 foot up a wall. I'm gonna have to keep climbing and use my dash to do so. So 50 feet higher.
50 feet higher will put you onto the ground.
Excellent.
It's only a 70-foot drop.
I want to be on the ground.
You come out right in front of the dagger dog. Fuck!
I mean, from the side he's climbed up, he's not far off.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
As you clamber out, you see that, and you hear echoing up from below you, Halvor. You just hear like the scrape of a sword on stone, and just echoing up.
I don't want to leave him to die to black puddings, but at the same time, he just comes back to life, so it's hard to feel too sorry for him. He's already died once today.
We just don't know where the next body is.
Yeah, it might be further away.
I mean,
his respawn time gets longer each time.
But that gives us time to find somebody and kill somebody.
That's true. But in terms of actions,
is that all your movement? You have no movement left?
Oh no, actually, I can bonus action dash, can't I? So I'm gonna triple move. So I've already used 2 sets of movement. I'm gonna use a third to move to somewhere where I can't be pushed off the ledge.
Why don't you go up near Ez? Because it probably can't reach you with its movement. And then you can probably reach it.
Where is it? How did it go over there? There's not land there, is there?
What, where it is?
I was just having Puddin's mob. Sir Eric, what were you asking? Sorry, Halvor?
It doesn't look like there's standable land where the dagger dog is.
There is. He stood like here. There's a big token. What are you looking for?
But
have you got it is it unsynced? Is it synced up weird where you think he is?
Where is it located?
The dagger dog
at the bottom of the bridge to the right.
There.
Oh, a second ago it was over
the pit.
There.
The fuck? No, absolutely not.
How peculiar.
Okay.
So is there a spider there?
No.
So for you, is the spider like what? There?
There's no spiders that I can. There's a spider actually over here.
There's a spider. Right, let me move it.
Yeah, over there where my mouse is.
No, there's fucking not. Yeah, it's the bottom of a round, bottom of the encounter now. Anyway, we'll get that sorted for next week for you. So yeah, you are left with. Oh no, you have part of your turn left, don't you? That was your movement.
I'm just gonna back up for now into this corner where I'm more than 10 feet away from the edge.
Okay, and as you do, the burning dagger dog just quickly lunges down and snaps out and bites at the last spider in front of it.
Is that a reaction or is that more legendary actions?
The end of your turn is legendary.
Oh, bastard. Let me just think. I'll check later, it's fine.
Okay, so we will pick up with a hurting dagger dog.
Mm.
That was very fun. We have a few more viewers than usual. Does anyone want to say goodbye before I end the stream?
Nah.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you liked this map and more maps like it, you can go and check out www.themadcartographer.com. And even though this is only a 16 by 22 inch sized map, DM, I actually feel this is a really good size for an encounter.
Yeah, maybe. I might do things differently next time if I have the choice. No, thank you very much, everybody. We will catch you all next week, and they can all